You're listening to Tales from the Flipside. Tales from the Flipside. Tales from the Flipside.
Welcome everybody to another Monday night here on the ranch. The Flipside crew is heavy tonight. We have the one and only Big Leg joining us again, which is fun, interesting. I love it. He's said he's on a long 1 week hangover, drinking through it.
Me. Thanks for having me. I'm gonna try not to shit my pants on air like last time. So yeah. Just want to bring up the obvious to get us going here, you know.
Classic, bro. Classic. We love it for it. And we also got Jen. Thank you, Jen, for coming and saving our butts tonight. You're making the room full. We appreciate it. She's got some exciting comic book sales to take care of later this week that I just found out about that I'm jealous about. But other than that, we've got the normal crew here tonight. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves? Go for it. Let's do it.
I'll go. Dino. And I'm going to have the comment of comments tonight because I'm going to have probably Jen's going to hate me for this and stuff like that. But, you know, haters are going to hate with this one. And Ashoka was underwhelming to me in The Mandalorian. So I don't even care. I don't even care.
Blasphemy. I'm Nico, your weekend update correspondent with comicbookinvest.com. For the 2 to 5 people that read my article Saturday on the website, I really appreciate it.
Hey, I didn't catch the transition there. Sorry about that.
Yeah, you're a little slow on that one, buddy.
Sorry. But I can tell you how to make a tissue dance. Put a little Rona in it because that's what I got. Which means I'm healthy. I'm healthy though. I got a weak strain because I think I'm healthier on the inside than I am on the outside. But that means that I lost my sense of taste. So this is extra strong. So let's see how the night goes.
Oh no, that's all we need.
This one's for Leg right here.
Yep, there you go. Here's you, Paul.
and the comments are already on fire. I'm already getting heat.
Monday, let's get it going.
Yeah, thanks everybody who's in the live chat. We love you guys. You guys know this is how it makes the show interesting. You guys make it fun for us up here. So keep it live and in full effect tonight. It's going to be a fun show. Talking mainly, let's just get into it. The Mandalorian. Every Star Wars fanboy that's been created in the last 15 years went nuts on Thursday morning of last week because Ahsoka Tano. And I agree with Dino. I thought it was a little underwhelming. I didn't have that what is that moment? That super iconic moment.
And you're a Star Wars dude.
And I'm a Star Wars fan. And I was waiting for that, like, in the dark, you just see cloaked Ahsoka and, you know, at that important moment. And then you see the two, like, I wanted that cheesy, iconic moment. And we didn't get it. It was kind of lackluster. But it wasn't bad. Don't get me wrong. It wasn't bad. It was good. The Thrawn stuff was cool, but I mean, he just mentioned Thrawn. That was a little lackluster too. Like they didn't even say anything about it. Do you
remember when we had this talk about old white guys and their fucking naysaying, Debbie Downer attitudes about everything?
I'm a Star Wars fan. I've talked about how fucking Mandalorian is the best thing on TV. It still is. It still was a great episode. It just wasn't what I wanted for Ahsoka's live action debut. I'll say it that way.
It was still great. I'm just, hey man, keeping it real, man. Sometimes keeping it real goes wrong. So that's okay, man. We're gonna go through this, man.
Well, I loved the episode. Thought it was great. Great watch. Enjoyed every moment of it. Really enjoy Rosario Dawson. Pretty excited about the Thrawn stuff. Looking forward to the future of the Mandalorian and the Filoniverse. Thank you to all those involved. Your money, and you don't even know it.
Yeah.
I want to say though, we probably made so much money for all these people out there after we said all our Star Wars lists and Star Wars comics.
Well, that's another thing, just to kind of get into. I mean, we talked about the Mandalorian, but yeah, let's get into like, is there anything out there that's at this moment is?
Well, hold on. Can't Jen defend Star Wars quickly?
Yeah.
Can we at least give equal time to me and Jen against you two miserable fucks? Come on, Jen.
I mean, what did she say in the episode? First, good or bad, you're gonna remember it. Remember when she's talking to Din?
Yeah, you're
like.
But I don't even remember it because I don't think it was that good.
Oh wow!
I really liked it. I know that there's things that could be a little bit better, but then they explained it like soon after. Like her horns, tendrils, I forgot like the name that they are. They could have been longer, but they explained that they couldn't because of the weight of the headdress and then stunts. So they explained that. I'm kind of hoping that like when we get her own series, they might CGI it, but that's also like extra money, right?
Should we just leave that comment up for the rest of the Star Wars discussion?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's obvious.
You didn't think it was cool when she like cut that tree and then
it was exceptional.
That was awesome. That was very cool.
Yeah.
That was very cool.
And then like when she turned off her lightsabers into the mist and then like popped up again. No.
I liked when she was interacting with the child. I thought that was cool. Here's another thing. What did you guys think about the child's name?
Hey,
Grogu?
Yes.
Hey, no. My problem is if they wanted to do it, you should have done it at the beginning because everybody just associated it and said Baby Yoda, and then all the merch says Baby Yoda. It's like I know it's a child or whatever, but everybody just. It's a child / Baby Yoda now. It's some Grogu, and it's just
they shouldn't have named it.
Yeah, they should have at that point, or just called it Baby Yoda and just moved on with it.
They should have named it. They should have named it, and that's its last appearance when it's brought home.
Like, it sounds like a bad Serbian soup you get.
It's not very Buddhist of you, Paul. It has a soul. It has a name.
Yeah,
it has a name when we give it a name.
I mean, you'd have thought with like Yoda and Yaddle, there would have been a Y and a D somewhere in that name, but
it was kind of weird. It doesn't make a lot of sense. And
so you think Yaddle's the mama, Yoda's the dad?
I'm just glad he's not a clone.
Yeah. So I still think he's going to be Sith.
This thing's legit, not Yoda, right?
Yes,
yeah, correct.
Yeah, like just because of timeline, it can't be, or because he's so fucking small right now.
Yoda's dead.
Yeah, well, they explained that he's.
Oh, is Yoda dead by now? Okay.
Yeah,
I did. Oh, that's true. I did hear him say he was 50.
And then he also trained in Coruscant, so that's like around
the library time. And he was in the library when Anakin killed all the kids. So,
well, forgive me if there's any timeline that's easy to remember. It's Star Wars, right? You know what I mean? Oh wow! And the only I literally traveled for a week, so. This is my only excuse. I do love the Mandalorian. I haven't seen any of this shit. And
I'm sorry. I'm sorry we're spoiling it for you too.
No, it's all good. It's all good because it's hard not to be online and know you're gonna see certain stuff like that. So and it's honestly the show won't get worse for me by talking about it. And
let me further on my point. It's not like I hate Mandalorian or I'm on some kind of I love the spaghetti western style. I love it. My wife.
I think it's amazing.
It's dope. It just. Yeah. I just wish they would have done something better. I mean, we all know every Star Wars fan was waiting for this moment. And I'm not going to say it's down there with like Carrie Fisher, like floating through fucking space. But I mean, I'm not saying it's that bad, but I just wish it was a little less underwhelming than it was. But I mean, still a great episode. It's just not my flavor right now.
I was hoping she was going to go with him at the end. She would have been like, fine, I'll go with you. And that's what I was hoping. But I get it. They're setting it up for just like they did with Boba Fett, in the first episode. They're setting this up for spin-offs.
Well, Sabine Wren, they basically indicated that she's going to appear in the Ahsoka Tano spin-off series that was kind of leaked today. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty excited about that. I assume that means we'll see Ezra Bridger show up there as well.
Yeah.
the question is, who is going to train Grogu if it's not Ezra Bridger?
There's lots of options.
Do you want to talk about him, Chan? We can go one for one.
Oh wow, here we go.
So just real quick, I feel like she'll get better. I think when you watch the movies with McGregor and
Anakin.
Yeah, like
Aiden.
got better throughout. Like when you practice with a lightsaber and you practice that kind of style of fighting, like this is just the beginning. So I'm super excited to see her grow into this role. It was a little bit because of Solo having Ray Park play Darth Maul with Sam being the voice that we all got to know during Clone Wars. Like that kind of spoiled us a little bit. So I was kind of hoping at first for that, but then it's Rosario Dawson. You're not going to just dub her. But yeah. Anyway, what do you guys play any of the games or no? The Star Wars games? No. Oh, Jedi Fallen Order. Did you guys ever play the Batman games back in my Arkham?
Yeah, I played that game. I played that game. Yeah.
So basically, this is the Star Wars version of that game. You get to be a Jedi and you grow and relearn things with this character. Because Cal had to hide his powers after Order 66. It's very similar to Grogu or the Child. Like when you hide it, it's like muscle memory. You start to you need to get back into shape. So that was cool with the game. Like it builds you back up. It goes more into the lore. And at the end, I mean, spoilers. Him and his crew are still alive. And then you also have a Night Sister. That's the last Night Sister that's in there. Like this game, I'm telling you, like
it's a dope game. I played it. It was great.
Yeah. It's so good. So
what's up with that? With any of the characters is and this is just going totally off of subject, kind of. You remember the Star Killer game? Is there any timeline, anything in there for that type of stuff? When was that timeline wise? Do we know?
Yeah, so he was Darth Vader's apprentice.
That's
so it's
right.
kind of too late for that. But my theory, and this is just me being at home with my thoughts, that all that EU stuff, that game, they could they can rework it and just flip it. Instead of it being in the past, that can be the future stories going forward. I know that there was like some hearsay about a second apprentice that Snoke or Palpad, like as a backup. Don't know if that's true or not, but I'm like, wow, it'd be great if Galen Merrick, from Forces Unleashed, was that character.
Yeah.
But I liked that character where he was and how his family crest was the emblem of the Resistance. Like, I'll miss that. But
yeah. Okay, so Nico, anybody else that you think that could be the trainer?
Well, the librarian's an easy sort of.
She died though.
Option. I don't think she's dead yet. Again, and it's kind of like, where are we? When do people actually die? So there's a lot of people talking about that. That's in the rumor mill from some of the people that kind of have insider scoops. So that one's a little more probable. But I don't think it's a cheap book. I think that's the Clone Wars #2. I think I don't know.
There's a lot.
It'll be interesting. Yeah. There's a lot of perspective characters, and that's not to suggest that they won't just kind of like
a new one
make somebody. Yeah. Right.
Well, the
where
excitement...
that happens, because when they you put them on the rock, right? I mean, how many seasons do you have left? Do you put it at the end of all the seasons? Because there has to be Grogu ain't going to find them. They're going to have to find him. The other thing that's kind of interesting for me is, I guess, will all of that Dawn of the Jedi stuff get some attention because of the Coruscant connection? Are people going to start looking at those books again? I mean, there's just so much attention on the Star Wars expanded universe, Legends, whatever the hell you want to call it, right now. It's almost like you can't lose. So I don't know how long that's going to last, but I suspect it may be years.
Well, the excitement that's been built right now going into High Republic is
I think the later issues. I think number one, it's like who fucking cares at this point. But I think people will. It'll pay to pick up later issues down the line, to pick up later variants down the line. The characters are going to pop up in there that are going to be popular. That's my gut.
Yeah.
I'm kind of hoping they do that. The people who are puppet masters, right? Like when they're mentioning doing a High Republic, they're going to go back and do the Obi-Wan Kenobi. There's like still rumors about that Rogue One spinoff that I don't know if that's going to still happen or not. And then they're doing Mandalorian and then the new stories. Like for a second, I had that weird flashback of like Thor: God of Thunder, where they're kind of bring up these three and they're all going to tie together. I'm like, wow, it's great if they bring up these characters in High Republic and they slowly tie in and it like leads towards something. Like I hope it's not just them trying to expand the universe and not tie anything later.
Oh yeah. The other thing that's kind of interesting for me is if they do the Obi-Wan series in a way where they tell stories throughout his life, him telling like legends and tales, you can just kind of do a ton over the course of a lifetime without getting bogged down. That was a comic story they did. I think I don't know that they'll do that one for one, obviously, but I think they'll kind of adopt that sort of framework is my guess.
And the High Republic's timeline is way, 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 way back, right?
Well, there's still Yoda. He's still around. So
yeah. But that's when he's like younger, like super young, right?
Wasn't he like 150 to 200? So, I mean, it's still like a couple hundred years. Yeah.
I mean, if Grogu's 50, I guess he's like, what, in his teens or what? I don't even, what's that? I don't know how to do the math.
Like Golden Age of the Jedi is what it's called. So it takes place 232 before the Battle of Yavin. So that would be, I guess, let's see here. They should give it something.
After Revan, before A New Hope.
I was kind of hoping they would flesh that out more. That they would do like the first Mandalorian Jedi. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I don't dislike the art. I don't think it's terrible. It's not amazing, but
what was that comic everyone was looking for because of this? Kylo Ren 3 or something.
Yep. And these are badass. These design variants are pretty dope. So it's interesting. It's really steampunk-esque from the looks of it. So
yeah, it looks like Wolverine a little bit too.
Yeah. Crazy. All right. So that's High Republic. Of course, everything else is just ridiculous. I mean, does the first Ashoka, first Thrawn, all those things are just going crazy. And do they slow down? I mean, where do they stop?
Well, you guys can still find some of this stuff. Like finding stuff online is near impossible for cheap, right? But back issue bins, like I went to a comic book store and I got this for half a cover. Oop.
Bang.
Nice.
Like, so that's still out there.
If your comic stores are open.
That's true too.
As Californians, you're not quite as lucky.
I'm right there with you, Sean.
And then that's also, I got that for half a cover.
Jen, who will you tell people who these books are?
Oh, sorry. So this one, I mean, there's, because Ahsoka has a bunch of different cameos and first appearances and in continuity. It's just one of them. And then, I mean,
Age of the Republic 1 is that book, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do the titles and the issues for people listening on audio.
Right.
Very good.
And then
that's second print, right?
Darth Maul 2 second print is the bounty hunter Cad Bane. And I believe it's also Hondo the pirate.
I just pressed a handful of 9.8s in that for my buddy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
He liked opening his box.
Yeah, the raws are about $200. The 9/8s, I think you can't get one for less than like $500 on eBay.
Oh man, I deserve a tip if you're listening, buddy. He is, I think.
That was going for a little bit, for a tiny bit, just because half a cover also. Mace Windu, Jedi of the Republic.
Sweet.
4. I think that was his first, like, his telling of his backstory. And then I like this cover a lot. I got half a cover. It's Galaxy's Edge 4.
Sweet. That is a good cover.
It's a good Afra cover. Yeah.
But so yeah, like I would just suggest going if you can safely back issue bins. Like they're still there. People aren't.
I've never been treated as well in my entire life in a comic book store as when I walk in to some place that I've never been before, and I'm like, "Do you have any Star Wars comics?" Now that shit might be over, but they saw Sucker all over me. You know what I mean? They're like, "Run, collector, Sucker," and they're like, "Oh, can I get you a sandwich?" You know what I mean? And I fucking took everything, of course, but. That like again, that might be over, but if you get lucky and find one of those people that's not hip to this, good luck.
Yeah, I did on the coast of Seattle, inside of Seattle, of Washington, inside a mall. I went inside my first store. I don't know, like Wednesday or something. My first store since March, and and everybody knows that's not because I'm lazy and wanted to shop online, because I get so crazy. But so I went in there and they had a Star Wars, like probably half a short box. And I dug through it. I didn't really see anything I recognized that was that people had brought up, because I at least see, I pay attention to everything that I don't actually always buy. And so it was like, oh, a little Star Wars box in a little mall in the end of another shutdown. All right, this could work out, but it didn't. And then I started immediately thinking, this is not only the first flight I've taken since since March. Well, it was before March, but you know what I mean, probably this year. And I'm sitting there thinking, I actually forgot BCW Store Folio. I've never gone on vacation with that one before. Wow. I hit up every comic store, but I was like, nothing's going to be open. It didn't even occur to me. To use those. So anyway.
You're out of your norm, man. Muscle memory, like you said, Jen, the muscle memory is not there.
Yeah, I every once in a while I'll try to remember how to comb my hair. I literally get out of the shower with my hair and I start putting gel in my hands, and I was like, or it's not gel, but whatever the crap is in the can that I use, I'm like, is this the right amount? Like, how much do I put in here? How dry is my hair supposed to be when I put this in? And I was like, yeah, you can tell life's changed. You haven't gone into an office since March, so yeah. Well, this is my office now, but
yeah, that makes it even better. I'm right there with you, brother. All right, so those, I love hearing that you can go and do that stuff.
Oh yeah, and
I love hearing that people are sending some of those books to Leg to get pressed. Sounds like people are doing the same thing. So like Star Wars is freaking growing, continuing to be spec'd on. Obviously, is there some stuff out there that we can think of that we should send people to start that might be out of the range? The reason why I bring this up is because I was able to go through some stuff, and this is some interesting stuff that I thought. So like trades, right? Some of these trades, like I don't. Can these things? Obviously, these things sell for a ton of money sometimes,
really,
and there's some of them are hard to find.
Yeah.
There's different. This is the Outlander, Rite of Passage, Outlander Saga. This is all the Dark Horse stuff, our Sing stuff. Is this stuff that people should be looking for? I mean, it's not the like Ahsoka Tano, the main stuff, but like this Clone Wars series, great series. And this is something that I don't know if they're still printing. Some of this stuff is, you remember the Son of Dathomir. For the longest time, that was old Unpressable stuff. I remember the Son of Dathomir trade was selling for a shit ton of money. So is that something people should be looking for?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it's not out of print anymore, though, unfortunately. Fortunately, it's not out of print for the readers, but so it doesn't sell for a fuck ton of cash. It did for a minute until Marvel started like reprinting everything. But you can move them.
We used to have a trade paperback list back in the CCA days. We had a list of trades that would sell, and it was. I mean, I'm sure the Star Wars would rank higher on that list now as they would have. And this is like 5 years ago or something. But there was a pretty good list, and I keep it on my phone for stores that had older ones or had trade in style stuff, because it would, it's generally the first prints and stuff like that. And I don't remember. Some people really know. We have one of our friends, Steve, does well selling hardbacks and TPVs and stuff like that. So it's another market, and you can ship them quite as easily as you can ship a comic. It's all in the same size. So there's that. And actually, you can use media mail.
Yeah,
not that I recommend that. Not that I recommend ever using media mail, but you can legally use media mail on trade paperbacks because it's basically a book. Go ahead, Jeff.
Oh, they're overlooked a lot. Like at used bookstores, and you're right, the comic book stores will have like the buy one get one free. Like most people look for the single issues. But yeah, like Brian's right. You guys are right. Like they're out there. I think Nico's right when it comes to the newer graphic novels. Like they're out there. So if you want to just read it and not have to worry about like damaging a comic book, that's great, because then you can read it, get an idea of like how you feel about the story and maybe where you see Star Wars going. But if you can find like those first, like from the 80s, early 90s, like if you can find that stuff, then, you might be onto something.
What do you guys think about stuff like the Dark Empire series? Do you think that stuff's dead?
Hot fucking trash.
What about the twins, man?
I hate that.
Like, man. Dude, I don't know how many of those I sold at like $20. Probably 20 of them. And I don't know how many I still have left because I just got lazy, and it's like in a box somewhere. And I'd buy like sets of it all the time. Everybody'd have like 1 through 5 in the store for like $3 or something. You just take out 5. So, so I don't know. I would like to hope that I might even have a slab of the gold version of it somewhere around here. But
those were big before the movie.
I feel like I'll be dead before they do anything with the Skywalker family ever again.
Jason and Jaina.
Legends Volume 2. Fucking done with it. I like the character there, Han Solo's daughter that they put in that, but it's just like, nah, too close to Skywalker. It's over. I mean, there's like a cool variant from, I think it was Wonderworld. That I don't have, but again, it's like,
well, they're moving so far away from the Skywalker saga.
That's kind of my fear. If I was still buying the stuff, and I'm not, I just have too much of it at this point. I guess I will be at some point in time again, but I'd be like Star Wars 7 and 10, Tales 23 and 24, like those books, Old Republic 9, like 30, 41, like those books that are big, but I think will be forgotten soon as we move into like Ahsoka, Sabine, Ezra craziness, and I think they'll be buying opportunities for that stuff, because I think that's where they're headed, either on TV or in a film. But again, I'm no Star Wars aficionado. I'd like to believe that I'm far enough away from it, but have enough sort of knowledge that I can kind of see where they're going. I think a lot of times you learn too much about stuff, and it's hard to kind of predict. I mean, I'm still really hoping that those old stories just get reworked, because we're expecting Sabine and Ezra and like a bunch of other characters to come back and to like grow what like they talked about Game of Thrones style, right? Like having multiple things going on in the universe. But like the Grisk, right? The one that Thrawn's kind of going up against, and then that later like Yuzan Vong, like I feel like they're going to need to take those old stories and rework them to, if they want to do like a phase 2 or 3 or down the road, like Marvel, like, because they can create their own stuff. But I think, especially from these past couple episodes, they're pulling stuff from the older like EU. The Hollywood insiders claim that Favreau and Filoni want to do old Star Wars stuff, right? And that Marvel, Disney, I assume that's Feige, wants them to do new stuff, which I don't know what that means. The way I've kind of interpreted that is live action High Republic, and they're like, no, we don't, fuck you and your High Republic. We're going to do Revan, Malik, that kind of shit.
They have so much
Cool.
to work with that I hope they don't rush it and try and cram too much in too fast, and then they do it wrong, and they're out of good material too quick.
Well, I think it's interesting too, the power struggle. Who wins that one? Feige, or is it Filoni and the crew? I mean, who has the ultimate say when it comes to what goes on? I mean,
So
Filoni carries a lot of weight right now, guys.
yeah,
but
and the critique for the record of they're not going to do Revan and Malik is that it would take too long to tell that story because it's so huge. Like from the people that are, again, smarter about Star Wars than me.
Could you give them your own trilogy?
I would fucking give them like their own 9-movie bit. That story's sick, but
Yeah.
It would
It'll
be
be fun,
nice.
though.
I grabbed a couple things that and you kind of hit on one of them, which is this right here. This is that you said the Yuzon Vong, and this is that Yuzon Vong issue that everybody goes after, the Dark Horse. I think it's the Diamond Retailer exclusive.
Yep.
So
I looked through, 100 boxes of Star Wars comics and found 0 copies of that book.
yeah.
That's a tough find.
Another set that I know Nico knows about that I love is the What If of Star Wars, and that's the Infinity series. And I love the issue right here, I believe. I think it's this one.
The maroon cover.
This is it right here. This has the what if Darth Vader lived and left with Luke. He didn't die, and they made a figure out of this that I should go grab. It's the Darth Vader in the white suit, so it's all white instead of black, and that's him in this comic. Really cool story, what if story. They have They have this what if tale for each series. I like the Jedi one, but they have Star Wars and Empire. So if you guys find those are good out there.
Dude, I love those books, and I don't know why they're not worth anything or why people don't love them. It drives me nuts.
Well, not yet.
Yeah. But they Tag and Blink sell well. Why don't the Infinities?
This is another couple books. I have all those Tag and Blink books, but this is shout out to our boy Dollar Bin, who talked about this. Now he talked about it for a different thing than I picked these books up for. He talked about it for that. What's that character's name, Nico? The female character.
She was on previews like a week ago.
Yeah, I forget her name, but this book is getting hot right now. But I love this book for the Vader with the red eyes. And if you Star Wars fans know, they actually made a comic 2-pack of this also. Same thing they did with the Heir of the Empire. Same thing they did with the Infinities, White Vader. They made a Vader with red eyes, and so there's a comic 2-pack of this, which is very cool. But here's the newsstand and the direct.
Those are tough and high grade, dude. It's hard to find that stuff in high grade.
Only comic 2-pack I remember is Hip Hop Family Tree, like their first cover.
Oh yeah.
Bad joke.
This Hip Hop Cam. What?
The only 2-pack cover.
Oh Jesus Christ! I didn't even understand that. I was about to say, what the hell? I didn't understand it. This Dr. Aphra variant, shout out to Ultra Maximus with the Story Thus Far spec. I love this book. Super. I guess this was one of those really hard to get qualifier books. So this variant I pick up. I picked this one up recently, the Star Wars retailer incentive for Star Wars Adventures. I still love this IDW stuff. So one of the things that is there's still places to get Mandalorian spec, and I know this one isn't as loved as I think number 6, but this is like some old school Mandalore the Great, right? Mandalore the Indomitable spec, I believe it is. Either Mandalore the Indomitable or Mandalore the Great, one of the two.
They all fucking run together, and 6 has the sketch in the back.
Yeah, so. I picked up a ton of these ones for cheap, just hoping that maybe they might take off, one day.
Like, do you guys? I'm really hoping with Bo-Katan and seeing all the Mandalorians like fractured into like 3 or 4 different fractions. for them to come back together and like to reclaim, like they're like, I'm excited for that story because that's where it kind of seems like it's going back towards, and that would make sense to like unite them, and then they would help with Yuzan Bang, or like because you're gonna build up power throughout, like because even I'm sorry, I just get excited, like it's
no,
just
keep
cool.
it going. I
like,
love it. Yeah,
like the potential that there is in the Star Wars universe is just really exciting. Like, in the unfurling of it is going to be awesome. I feel like we need to see these next 3 episodes, and we'll kind of get a little bit of an idea of where they're going to go, and then we'll get time to spec in between because, like, right? But the Mandalorian thing, like, did you guys all see the season 7 of Clone Wars? With
no, I didn't see any of the Clone Wars stuff. No.
I think we're gonna do something. We're talking because once Mandalorian is over, we're talking about like what we could do, and like either revisiting those old episodes. Because I know a few people before season 7 came out, they're like, "Oh, do you want to watch it?" I'm like, "Oh, you can't just go in cold to that season. You need to have some backstory and like just tell me." And I'm like, "It's too much." Like, so we started like just focusing on Ahsoka for a little bit, and then I'm like, "Oh yeah, Mandalorians." And that was, but we still skipped a whole bunch of like great stories with the Dark Sisters.
Like Darth Maul and all that fun stuff.
Like that was cool. Like, so I think since we're all like people are at home more often, it's just a good series just to turn on. Just like,
too. Yep. Speaking of the Dark Side crew, make sure you guys go check out the Dark Side guys and gal, as Jen joins them every once in a while. They do a Mandalorian review episode every Sunday night. They did a really good one for the the Jedi episode, which this Sunday night. So make sure you guys go check that out over there. Very cool stuff. They're doing some fun stuff. I know they got some action figure stuff they're going to be rolling in here too. So make sure you guys definitely go check that out. So
I got okay. One more Star Wars question, because sometimes when people throw some spec out that seems decent, throw it in a cart on like a website that I already like had books in my cart in, and especially if it's cheap, I'll just check out. So I have 2 Star Wars books. They're no kidding, because it must have been the last thing I opened before I went on vacation. That we're sitting here, and can you guys tell me why I bought these? Because I don't fucking know. So I want the Darth Vader 6, the A and the B covers. That's what I got. There was some sort of spec. They don't seem to be selling for a ton of money. I mean, they're at least double or triple cover, or at least double cover, I think. So Darth Vader 6. Darth Vader 6.
I think it's just because of that. I remember that the Emperor cover was just, everybody loved it. I don't remember if there was any.
There's a character in there.
Is there?
It's an Inyak Lee cover too, which obviously they'll sell. And this is the movie variant, but the Inyak Lee is it is a pretty badass cover.
It is beautiful, man.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
There's definitely a character in there. I'm not sure if they're still alive or not, but I think they're on the second print cover.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, the Sith Assassin. That's what it is. Yes.
Okay.
There you go.
I got the wrong ones. It's cool. Yeah.
Nice pickup.
Happens a lot in the comic world with me, but yeah.
It falls in your hands.
Yeah.
All right.
This happens. All right. Thanks for helping.
All right. Anything else you guys can think of for Star Wars craziness, Star Wars chat?
Do I showing off Star Wars books now?
Okay, so here's a question: Do I list it now, or do I wait for this Thrawn? The air names.
Sell it immediately.
How many do you have?
Just one. But it's not
9-8.
It's not enough. No, fuck no, it's not.
Sell it now. Sell it immediately.
It's amazing.
There's so many those. I pressed. I think there's the 3 versions of that, right?
Yeah.
And so there's the square bound kind. There's the newsstand, I think, non-square bound, and then there's the free comic book day. Because I like literally one
action figure one.
I know, but I mean with that exact cover. And somebody sent me like all 3, and I was like, oh shit. I was like, all right, let's try to fix 3 different copies of the same book. So it's like it's sort of interesting. So the free comic book day is not. It's a thinner, like maybe a truncated version or something like that. And then the high gloss, almost square bound, I think is the direct version. And I think the easy one to press is the newsstand, because it has a shit cover. They didn't try to go with the quality.
Well, there is that action figure 2-pack variant. two pack, not Tupac, but 2-pack. And I would suggest anybody who has that, if you have it still in the figures with the pack and with the figures unopened, keep it unopened. As Paul,
everyone's got don't sell. I know it's cardboard stock. I can't press out spine ticks. Yeah.
And there's perfect timing. There you go.
Now, for the record, I would not sell that one.
Yes, correct. I would hold on to that.
Actually, you can grade those now.
I was going to open it on air right now.
Jesus Christ.
Do it, Paul.
And then you can save whatever Paul's problems you were going to use. We could just use that as your Paul's problem.
No fucking question about it.
Go for it, man.
Are we showing Star Wars books or no?
Do it, man.
I didn't know. So someone told me to buy this one.
Oh, yep.
Sound like me.
Is that a San Diego variant? What is that one?
I don't know.
There's so many fucking good covers.
Star Wars San Diego #1 photo variant.
Yeah, photo variant. Ray Park.
There's not even a back on that, dude.
That's an Ahsoka appearance on that one there, Paul.
Flip it around again. Let's see if you can put another spine tick in it, dude.
I just bend it in half, bro, and throw it in the
I roll them up and put them in my back pocket like the almanac in Back to the Future. This one, I actually know why I have it. It's Free Comic Book Day, Darth Maul's brother, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a cool one.
Yeah, and then on the back side of it is an Avatar, The Last Airbender.
See, that one actually has a board in it, so you can't see
hold on to that one.
Yeah, of course, that one has a board in it.
Last book I have is the Afra variant with the little.
Nice.
That's a nice
one
too.
Hold on to that one too.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's all I got.
Boy, look at who. First of all, who's giving you this advice? And I need to talk to this person. Jeez.
I only have a phone number. It's like Men in Black. My phone rings. And they say pick that one and that one.
That was a cool fight scene, by the way, Kev.
It was a cool fight scene. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did see that episode. So.
All right, market report.
Yeah, you ready? You want to get into it?
Yeah, we lost all of our live viewers for talking about Star Wars.
Well, before we go to market report, did anybody get any Black Friday, Cyber Monday deals?
A great point. Great. Before we go to market report, I'm gonna go meditate real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay, I got you.
Jesus Lord.
Oh, I don't. Do I have it?
For the fucking love of Christ!
Did you do it, dude? Did you get anything?
Got me on that one, Brian. I mean, nothing comic related. So
I didn't see anything comic related, or
I mean, was there anything like BCW, storage boxes or anything related? I didn't see anything.
Well, let's just go ahead to the market report. Nobody bought anything at fucking a big box store.
Midtown had a big sale today. That's all I know. Dino wanted to use that gift. That's all I did.
I did, you son of a bitch.
I mean, I really like the gift.
Nico needs to buy a computer. That's all we need to know.
In the words of a wise man, give the people what they want.
Should I let them wait? Okay, let's.
All right.
I guess I'll share his screen.
All right. Can you do by the numbers?
I don't know how this works. You want to go off? Is it Star Wars, and then it goes into?
I'm clearly not that guy. We both know that.
Yeah, figure it out.
Yeah,
figure it out. Anyway, let's go.
Yeah, just when we were getting 2,000 views a show.
I know, it's fine.
Yep.
Hold on one second. Let me.
I feel like I've been foiled by Comic Tom. God damn it.
Damn it.
Oh wait, that guy's a fucking genius. He knows everything about comics.
Oh, hot fire! Let's go.
Oh, really?
Okay. I'm pulling up. Since Z's not here, we got to get it together, brother.
Yeah. All right.
Now we're going to talk politics.
Oh, for the love of God.
One slide for.
No, we're not.
Oh, for the love of God.
One slide. It says used for Star Wars and Benson talking transfers. I got you. Hey, I got you. Okay.
Yeah. So those are 3 different versions, right?
Yes.
Clearly.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, you can see right on the newsstand in the middle, the easy to press. Which one's Free Comic Book Day, or there's one from or none of those are.
I don't think any of those. I think the comic
is there not one with the blank barcode, or am I tripping?
I don't have the blank barcode.
Well,
there is. I know it. I've seen a picture. I know it exists.
Dude, I swear this dude who doesn't listen to this sent me one.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay. Anyways, so as you can see, $13.99 went for I guess the non-newsstand. I guess it's a regular cover. We'll call it $1,700 for a 9/8 newsstand, and then $150 for it says comic pack. So I'm guessing that's a comic pack. That's the 2-pack or whatever Brian was talking about. So
2-pack shaker.
2-pack shaker. So
Yeah.
so that was that. More Star Wars goodness in the market report. And this one is Thrawn #1 Matina variant that was pretty popular back in the day. Went for $250. Census.
When did we first hear about this book, though? I mean, it was 4 years ago?
And I can tell you when. And it wasn't 4 years ago, but it was 2 or 3 or whatever it was. So it came out the same week as that Stephanie Hunt's cover,
The Venom cover, right? Venom.
The what?
The X-Men cover?
The Venomized looking cover.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
It's
a hit of the week, dude. I got to give Trey a little credit. He was like, I guarantee you long term, he says the Thrawn variant that came out today, the Matina Thrawn, is going to have longer staying power and be worth way fucking more than this Han's.
It was X-Men Blue. Yeah, it was X-Men Blue 21.
Okay, yeah. And I got to give our buddy credit. I got to give Trey a little credit because he called that one for sure. And now, I basically almost lost money on having like 5 9.8s of the other one and having 0 of these. So, yeah, there you go.
Dude, I remember when that came out, dude.
It was the same day.
It was April 2018, actually. So,
thanks, Chris.
I still think that the cover A, like over time, has potential. Like if you can get it for cover or less.
Okay.
Yeah, neither of them are a bad buy by any means.
Oh yeah.
So here's the data. So he wrote some data in here. Census 9/8/21, 9/6 there's 11. No graded sales since the episode. Only raw so far. Private sale for 9/8 and a hangout for $1,000. 9/8. Yeah. 9/8 GPA shows 9/8 of $560 on the 27th. I'm guessing of November. I'm guessing that's what he's putting of the 27th. So probably November. So 560, 9/8 now jumped to 1,000. It's I don't know. Next one is Star Wars 2 Clone Wars 1 CGC 9/8. $2,050. Lots of 2,000 sales. GPA shows 3,900 on the 26th. BO that was by the way, that was not newsstand.
Yeah.
So,
newsstand. I love it.
Well, I mean, I like newsstands.
Nah, dude, we've been doing this for years.
I'm
not hating that. Whenever I bought 9/8s and I just wanted to put in a collection, I waited for newsstands, almost everything, and now I should just bought a bunch of newsstands of everything. So we knew they'd get their due.
So, yeah, for sure.
Nico,
Jen, anything?
I mean,
oh boy,
you guys think that there's going to be because.
Is this the best Ahsoka cover just by looks? Like price aside, Jen, how do you like the character? I feel like you love the character more than anyone else in the chat. Do you how do you feel about this cover for Ahsoka?
I mean,
is there a better Ahsoka cover or no?
The only I really regret not getting the 1 in 1,000 because I found out after I could have gotten it for 120, 150 for a while. I was like, oh, it'll go under 100, but then I was wrong. When I found out Dave Filoni did that cover, it was too late. It was already up to 500, and I can't once it goes above a certain price, I'm like, damn it, I missed it. But yeah, this just with her back, it could have been a little bit better. I really wish they had a blank cover because I kind of really want to get other artists to do a rendition of her on it, but.
There really isn't a good Ahsoka cover. I mean, there's these Forces of Destiny ones, but they're a little bit more anime. Yeah. They're not bad, but I don't think there is an good Ahsoka cover.
One where I'm like, wow, that's amazing. It's oh, that's okay.
Yeah, that's crazy. Think about that. There really isn't.
I hope that Ahsoka covers don't come out of the woodwork now in a bad way.
Well, there's that one Mile High variant that I think is decent. I wouldn't pay what it's going for right now. But like I kind of want it, you know, if I can find it for cheap.
We were talking about. I was talking about this with a couple friends. I think one's listening now. The Rosario Dawson spec. You know, I mean that was Night Nurse.
Yeah, Night Nurse.
Yeah, that's big time.
I remember I got a 7.0 Night Nurse for like $25.
One that the reprint that had a fucking what's her name? Sia variant. Not variant, but a Sia cover. They had it was like the first 2 or 3 copies, like a reprint of that. So that's the only Rosario Dawson spec that we come to think of. But
she was so good in Daredevil. She was so good.
I don't know how many comics she sold, but you know, it wasn't Star Wars, I guess. So.
Dude, people would come up to me. I had that cover, and people would come up to me like, "Can I buy that for my wife who's a nurse? Not even like Daredevil related, like just because they're a nurse."
Yeah,
it's a good line.
Yeah, I was like, cool. Next one,
and she works night shift.
Yeah, man. Next one, Star Wars Defenders of the Lost Temple. Actually, first appearance of Bo-Katan. First 198 sale, August for $1,300. Big sale for a raw book. For this is $525. 498 on the census, and that's it. And I'm assuming that there's going to be more of these 98s floating around. I think you get in, right, Nico? Come on, you're shaking your head no.
I mean, dude, that's a really hard book. The question is just how big of a role will Bo-Katan play in The Mandalorian if it goes the direction that I sort of assume it will, which is her direction, and Ahsoka goes a different direction in her own television show. This one is going to stay big for a long time. I don't see her as a one and done. They need to explain the Darksaber, and they'll do that with her.
I just wish it was her without her helmet. It's only her with her helmet in this issue or digest.
Oh, that's a great point.
Like
a lot of people still love this book for the Darksaber, but it's definitely not the first Darksaber. That goes to Darth Maul, the son of Dathomir. Yeah. So shout out to the young Gunners and Decor doing the research on that one.
I have that Son of Dathomir one, the black and white, limited to 500.
I wish I had that one. That thing's going to be huge, Paul. Huge. Big book.
had it. I sold it, and then I bought it back because I missed it.
Hey.
And that's our marriage. But
are you guys hoping that she shows up soon in a comic book? Like that's what I've been waiting for, is her in a comic book, a cool cover, and then her taking off her helmet.
Nice.
That's all I want.
Now we're dredging out of the Star Wars spec.
Sorry.
No, you're okay. We're going into Vampirella number 190. First appearance of Vampirella.
What's the GPA data on that? Because I feel like somebody got a deal.
Okay. So this one just for audio purposes.
$2,000 for 90 sounds about right.
Yeah. 2181.56. So that was about $2,200. 10 bids. 2020 range. There were 6 sales. It ranged from 2,400 to 1,600. 2018 it was 1,470. There's 122 on the census at 9.0 or higher, 55 in 9.0, and just 1 in 9.8.
Actually, I thought that book. I thought that was a little low on the census for me. Actually, never mind.
I thought that book would be popping because everybody's spending crazy money on Frazetta right now. But maybe it is. I don't know how. I mean, maybe it was 1,600 like at the beginning of the year, and now it's up to 2,400, and they got like a $200 deal. But man, I just love it. And it's CGC is kind of forgiving on it if you get them raw, but they're freaking impossible in grade.
I got one chilling in a long box, and just chilling there. It's all beat. It's not even worth it. Next one, I feel like this shows up every market report. So Ghost Rider, Marvel Spotlight 5, first Ghost Rider, 92, $4,600, 32 bids.
Oh man,
yeah.
Dude, one night I just got drunk on Impressible. I know you guys can't believe that, and I'm sitting there, and I was just like, damn, I love Ghost Rider. I was like, when can I, what? I'm sleeping on Marvel Spotlight 5. I did have a copy, I think, but I mean, it was a beater copy. And so I'm sitting there, and I had one of the, I found online, got the nice copy. And so I start going back and forth with them with like the fake eBay innuendo. Like, hey, do you know who, are you on GI but backwards initials for social media? Because if you spell this backwards, I'm leg big or something like that. And then so I go like this, make it so I $750 cash deal for a 9.0 with white pages, right? Wow. And that was years ago because it's Ghost Rider. I fucking love Ghost Rider. So and I was just let's wait, just hammered his shit, all worked out, and I still have it. It's not going anywhere. No, I mean, I don't lose my house or anything, but like right now, that thing's not going for sale.
Like, I didn't sell mine, dude. I was kind of depressed about it, but mine was. I mean, it wasn't like 9s; it was like 8s or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I set the. God, I got I remember when I got that Bronze Age haul. I got the 181, and I got this. I pressed it. This is an easy book to press. The problem is the black cover. Like, a lot of the damage has already been done. It actually pressed beautifully, and so I set via eBay at the time, which is probably 2 years ago. I did set the record for a 7.5 sale. And if you set the record, you can't be mad at the time that you sold the book.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And especially when it's that book, when there's like, I don't know, a million different times this book's been transacted and sold between people. You know what I mean? It's not like that rare. Oh, I sold it higher than the other 2 copies that came to light. Yeah, it's just I felt good about that. So it was pretty good. So I've had a handful of copies. The first one I got was on Thanksgiving Day. Thanksgiving weekend. I was up to visit my grandparents. It was actually Black Friday. Went to the local comic book store. I came home with this. I came home with the X-Men one, a Daredevil one, a Star Wars one. It was a good day. And literally I sat in my grandparents' living room visiting them for Thanksgiving for the weekend. And I sat there and read the first copy I got of this, and it's a pretty good story. And it's a real legitimate origin story of Ghost Rider. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
The casting sheet allegedly leaked online. It didn't get a lot of press, but there were some legitimate tipsters. We know who the ones that are trash, not them, are. So I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means it's Johnny Blaze, Danny Ketch, Robbie Reyes. Who knows? I don't know if that means it's actually happening or what. But there was certainly that under the radar news, like last week.
Well, Emergency Awesome just recently put out a really big video on it too, saying that it is Johnny Blaze.
Okay, nice.
Nice. I know. It's got to be Johnny Blaze.
A lot of people are saying this is Keanu Reeves because he's been waiting for this role. He owns his own bike company. He makes custom bikes. It's a big part of his life, and supposedly he's been waiting a while for it. So a lot of people are saying this is the role. And I know everybody's laughing at that, but man, if you know how big of a bike guy Keanu Reeves really is,
he's huge, dude.
Yeah,
I know it's 3,800. I do like to see that. I'm looking it up over here myself too. But yeah, no, I think you're totally right about that, Brian. Like, Keanu's a big bike, and also what movie studio? If Keanu goes to them, of all people, because we know he sells. Like, it just he does. Like, you can argue about his acting skills and all that. I prefer not to, because I actually like the guy and I don't want to have to defend his acting. So like, I think he walks in there and he says, "I want to do Ghost Rider." Who the hell's not going to let Keanu Reeves do Ghost Rider?
Especially now.
Especially now.
Yeah.
So let's do.
Everybody shits on the new guy. Like, I mean, when's the last actor that there wasn't a large group of people upset with? Joker, Batman, etc. Like, until they go to screen and then they fall in love with them. So I think he can pull it off.
Mahershala Ali, when he was cast as Blade, everybody was really happy about that.
Oh, dude,
yeah. He's a great actor.
Before the book that you have on the screen sold, November 2nd, a 9.2 sold for $52.90.
Well, here's the thing. You talk about Blade, the thing that Charlie from Emergency Awesome did say, and he said a lot of this comes from Daniel Richman also, is they really are keying in on the Midnight Suns storyline. They want to do the Blade, Johnny Ghost Rider storyline. I guess the Hellstrom thing was like a mess up because they had really planned to have that be like the opening part salvo for it, but it just didn't work out that way. But they continued along with it anyways. But supposedly them going to HBO Max is a big thing, or wherever everything's going for them. Is it Disney? Is it Hulu? I can't remember. Wherever everything is going for TV stuff now, they're really keying in on doing the Midnight Suns over there. And even talking about throwing Moon Knight in, I heard, because they really want to do a Moon Knight series to set up a Moon Knight movie. So I don't know how true that is, though.
You know what we need? I think we need on our show is a history report of when the cycles start and when they end. Like when are vampires big? When is werewolf stuff big? Like when is, like, you know what? If that makes sense, what I'm trying to say in my bottom of my mason jar glass drink here, but like the history of these cycles of when stuff becomes big and when it doesn't, and how, if there's any correlation there with sales. I think that'd be something cool to look into.
Yeah,
it is, because everybody taxing on. I mean, I think we all know the best, is we all talk to each other, stuff like that, and know each other. Something hot hits or something like that, and we can be like get quick shipping, first people to take cheap coffees off the internet or something like that. There's definitely time to turn around and flip. But yeah, as far as like things like vampire and such like that, I mean, I don't know. Vampires have never really been like cold, and
it's not that they're cold.
Always just sort of be werewolves. Like one of my favorite characters ever, just being Werewolf by Night. Honestly, because I got it at because I read copies of it at the where my dad took me to get my haircut in the 80s, and they had copies from the 70s just sitting around there, and so just. The werewolves will never be as cool as vampires. It's just
yeah. Those books are cheap now too, which is cool. Werewolf by Night.
Marvel Spotlight 2 was cheap. It took off a lot. I mean, I was lucky, dude. I got a 9.4 for like $800, which is almost
nice.
record time, like years ago. And then I'm kicked the shit out of myself for not buying 9.6. There is no 9.8 in Marvel Spotlight 2. There doesn't. I mean, I haven't rechecked it in like months or whatever you want to say. And if it exists, I don't want to even know about it because I'll just cry because it means it just got graded. It's a tough book, and I can't think of another key that doesn't. Action Comics 1, but I can't think of another key that doesn't have a 9.8 from from the bronze era for bronze copper.
There isn't any still.
I think there isn't any good. Yeah, I can thank God. I have a 9.4. Kind of pissed myself not getting a 9.6, and I had this dude that. For whatever reason, was on like our rival site back in the day, and so track any books I would buy and try to post better books of the same books. And so that jerk bought a 9.6, and I didn't, even though I definitely should have done that. But anyway.
But what I mean is like tracking that up in the roller coaster of the up and down of like Twilight's really hot, like vampires are hot right now, or
yeah, that's not I don't think that's a thing, Paul.
I'm not.
You don't feel that cycle.
I don't think that vampires caused anybody to buy Dracula comics.
I mean, dinosaurs didn't make Mel buy comics, so I mean,
I mean, the Morbius movie's fucking done, right? Or did they not even finish it?
But that's cycle.
Done.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, the cycle in general. If
there's
anyone,
only one same vampire, in comics.
And to go back to our previous conversation that everybody hates the first guy, Paul. Nobody hated Robert Pattinson. Nobody hated him as Batman. So
yes, they did. Yes, they did.
So let's go back to this. It's 90-day average on Marvel Spotlight 5 again. So 90-day average 2020 range was 5290 to 3600, 12 sales. Last sale was high at 5920 on November 2nd.
Jesus Christ, I like that book at 3600. Holy fuck.
Of note, an 8.5 outlier near then as well. So
yeah, there was what I'm looking, just curiosity in that. Only 2016 was the last 9.8 sale, was 48,500.
Can you imagine?
I can't.
The next book. This will be interesting.
Would that be 100,000? What do you guys think? It probably would be.
Yeah, I would think so.
If it's Keanu Reeves, it fucking definitely will be, right?
100 grand for 9.8, 150, 130, 140,000 for 9.8 of that book. I haven't looked at the sentences, but there hasn't been a recorded sale since 2016. I'm not saying that the GPA has the only recorded sales, by the way. I'm not. Just trust me.
I guess when it comes to 9/8 of iconic books like that, like Giant Size X-Men 1, I mean, things that have 9/8, it'd just be amazing to meet the guys who actually buy those books. I mean, like for 48 grand, like who's the guy who bought that book? It'd just be amazing to.
We know who it is. It's that guy with the briefcase full of fucking cash that was walking around. Where were we at? Charlotte?
Yeah, I know that dude.
Dude, look at all this money we got. I want to buy your comic books. Like,
dude.
all right, cool.
We should have if we were less decent people and not real humans, we should have brought that dude out in the back parking lot and just
Jesus.
So this guy had I'll tell the story before we go next.
Destroyed the house.
Yeah. So he had comic books. He's like I'm like, oh, we got these books. He's like, yeah, but I got like 9/8 of every big key out there. I mean, he had like Giant Size X-Men 1. I mean, he's like, yeah, I go for like 9/8 or nothing. I'm like, oh boy.
Wow.
I guess he sold a business back in the day and made a crap ton of money and just he invited us all to go to the bar and I just passed.
He had like 70,000 cash in his bag or something like that.
Yeah, he's like anybody know like yeah, it was crazy. But actually, and I got to say, to that guy's credit, he wasn't just a guy who just had a lot of money, who just bought big item books because he could. He knew like pressing and he knew about grading. And he's like, dude, CGC's he was going on CGC how they do 9/8 now and how shitty they are and stuff like that. But it was just funny about how he knew so much about comics and he grew up with them. And, he was a real avid collector. He wasn't just a guy with big money. So anyways, next book is Tech 71 from back in the day. A coverless copy sold for $338. A 1.0 sale for $16.50. Joker Splash will still sell.
Dude, people literally will buy coverless copies of comics for the centerfold.
Which makes me cry because I could have bought a Batman 1 with a Joker appearance for that one page for $350 back in the day.
Like, I hate to be the fucking asshole that spoils that market for people. People don't want coverless copies. They just want the fucking centerfold.
No, I will disagree with you because I saw Tony saw a splash page of a Hitler cover for big money. Big money.
That's it. The centerfold, the splash page. We're talking about the same goddamn thing. They're Frankensteining their better book.
Yeah, because the cover was actually terrible than the splash page, actually.
Yeah, well, and then some of them are insane. Like, dude, remember that? Dino, you remember that Hulk 1 signed by Stan? So it's a coverless. Well, the whole cover is missing, but it's a Hulk 1 SS Stan Lee. Some dude listed it on
My Comic Shop.
Yeah, I was on mycomicshop.com. This guy listed his whole collection at fucking peanuts.
It was ridiculous.
I don't think he knew what he was doing. Wow. I ended up with forget the name of the book, but it's a Golden Age book that I got for about, I think he threw it at like 200 or something like that. And it was I forget which book, so the story's not that great. But like anyway, that's all I could get out of the books that he was listing.
Was it Yellow Claw?
So I'm refreshing. No, it's a Detective Comics swipe with the the Asian guy on the cover. It's not a Batman comics like
Atomic Comics #1.
Yeah, I got that for like $200. It's I got it on eBay for like $800 right now. Nobody's
winner chicken dinner.
I don't even know why I have it for sale. It's ridiculous. What the fuck am I getting another one?
I'll give you $225 for it.
I think it's 6.5 too. It's like
that's a nice copy.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah. And then dude, our friend I was trying to think of his. He's got freaking issues on Instagram. There's a really good presser and stuff. He popped his. He had like a 9.0 he got or something like that, and he popped it and got like a 9.6 or something like that. It's insane. He did a whole video on it. Look up. He's got freaking issues. He's an awesome dude. Good friend of ours.
Yep.
And so I was at that. I got that, but that went down. Dude, he put a Hulk 1 coverless, but GCSS Stan Lee coverless Hulk 1. And the first page is Hulk on the page. It's still awesome.
Yeah.
And that book sells coverless for what?
300 or
No,
Christ.
it was 600.
600, 300, 800 on average. I'm around there, right? And it was like it's just complete insanity. That guy, first off, why would you even possibly?
Wow.
That? And then it must have been just some old dude who just thought that his comics weren't worth shit. And then he just kept listing them because when you list things on there, if you as consignment, you put your own price. It's not like auction or something. Put your own price at auction, man. I don't know what that would have gone for. At least $3 or $4 grand. You know, a cover at the coverless SS Stan Lee, and this was a couple years ago. I'm not sure if Stan had passed or not, but like, you know, kind of insanity.
Yeah, what's an unsigned copy sell for? $2K all day, no cover.
Coverless, I gotta imagine. Yeah,
I think it's like 1,500. I want to say if I remember.
So closing in on 2K.
And didn't you like text me a link of a different one recently, Dino?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I said, hey, it was gonna
after the auction was over. I don't know if I would have bought it or not.
Yeah, I think it was like 1,800 or something.
Yeah,
but
still a good deal.
Yeah. So Tech 71, be on the lookout for those, even the coverless ones. So that's making good money, especially people who have coverless books at like pawn shops or antique shops who don't know what they have because nobody knows what they cover unless they have the cover. So
totally true.
Next one on the list is Amazing Spider-Man 361, first Carnage second print, I guess is silver rare for $255. And has the ugly Spider-Man with the CGC emblem over it.
I didn't realize that book was this cheap.
So not the highest sale though. 2020 range is 385 to a lowly 103. High of August 18th. Interesting to see where this goes. 9.6 is only $100.
So, dude, go buy your Ross.
Yeah,
seriously, go buy yours. I bought a bunch of gold cables, New Mutants 87s, and they're still in a box somewhere. I got them. They're like $3 each on Midtown, and I just bought a bunch, put them in a box. They even came all fucked up because Midtown sometimes will just ship in like a paper bag inside of a piece of cardboard.
No, or the bag with no tape on the bag, so when you open it up, the comic slides out.
Yeah, and you know what? They have the tape that you can strip the thing off. It's like, how lazy can you people be? You know what I mean? Anyway.
Here's one close to Nico's heart. G.I. Joe #1, Tales of G.I. Joe #1, CGC 98 from 1988. New slab, free ship, and the fire.
That's
crazy.
Yeah, so
that's nuts.
That's the reprint, right?
Yep.
Find them everywhere.
Yep.
I had no concept that they were selling for that kind of money.
Really? You find these everywhere? I don't see these very often.
Well,
the Tales of G.I. Joe #1.
Oh, that's a hard book to find.
Yeah,
I'm being serious. It's been on my radar for years.
And
I bought it when I've seen it, and I probably found like 3 in the wild in like the last 10 years.
Yeah, I've seen them, not grabbed them. Was recently told I'm a moron, and we'll start looking for them again. Same covers.
Okay, so
but I remember the G.I. Joe #1 there's like a cardstock version of that. You remember? I think those covers were like a different type of paper on the original G.I. Joe #1s. And these ones
thicker.
they're thicker. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah,
it's
a thick
first
book.
3 issues.
Can you see the price on it? Isn't it like a $2 book or something?
I can't zoom in. Sorry. Let me see if I can zoom in on this.
It's from 88, so
yeah. So I'm saying I can see.
I think it's what it is. I'll look it up real quick.
I've done Tales before too, though, Nico. I've done it too.
Didn't buy him, right? Like I didn't buy him. I was like, reprint.
Is there a newsstand of the reprint? That's a great question.
Yeah, it's a $2.25 cover price. So that's expensive. So like for 1988, that means that it's basically like a triple comic.
So there's your newsstand, Brian.
There you go.
They have it, but it's
buy it now. Fucking shit, man.
Dude, 1988, actually $20 near mint. Dude, just go ahead.
I would buy that. Yeah, look at how nice that is.
Hold on, I'm thinking faster than you.
No, you can't. See you later, bro.
Chicken dinner, dude.
So much for share screen.
See you later, bro.
Totally kidding. Anybody can have it.
Yeah, G.I. Joe had the Baxter paper. Yes, that's what it was called. Thank you.
Baxter paper. Okay, yeah.
And the funny thing is, he said that. Let me get out of this so I can see what he actually put. Something to watch out for because previous sales were $130. So.
Nah, dude, that's a fucking tough 9.8. And plus, and by the way, so when you have a book that thick, also, it had to have been bagged and boarded since that time because, I mean, just being honest, I mean, even if you don't know anything about pressing comics or whatever, okay, thin comics easy to press, fat comics hard to press. Like if they're broken down the line, you can't shut the press on the spine like you can on a regular 24 page book. You know.
Hey, I'll send it to you, Leg. I bought it. So.
Okay.
Whatever, 9/8, whatever, new stamp. Okay. Next book is this one you put up, Nico?
This is appearance.
Okay, I don't know, bro.
I didn't even know about that shit. I was like,
panda, dude.
Killing me,
Okay. So Equine, the Unciviled 6, Usagi Yojimbo, rarest comic appearance.
March Turtles too.
Yeah. March 89, rare TMT, 0 on the census, Jam Session issue. Eastman Laird Sakai, only comic with Panda Con, right? Topher wrote about this in 2016 on comicbookinvest.com. FYI, because Topher is the man.
How he found that on eBay is beyond me.
I know it's things we should do out here.
No, I'm kidding. Topher's a god. All hell King Topher.
Yes.
Used to do it a lot of all hell King Topher.
Dude, he's
the best I know.
All right, are you guys ready for this? This is the next one. Oh boy, this brings back tears because we had one during our little comic book comedy company run.
That's a good price.
Yep. So this is She-Hulk 1, see our own variant, retailer 1 in 100. $609 at internet, continues to trend down actually.
Yep.
$850 in February, $1250 in 2019. So
because you don't auction that fucking book, that's why. Don't auction that book.
So, Sean, do you want to explain that?
And wait.
Yeah, do you want to explain that to people who aren't as familiar, haven't made the mistakes of auctioning books like that?
Hey, Jen, get a piece of paper. You're getting the master right now.
No, but like in all seriousness, it's just like, okay. If I'll do auctions and I do buy it nows on things when I have something really rare, unless I'm running a big auction with like maybe 30 books or something, like not in a set, but like 30 auctions ending or 20 auctions ending where I'm going to get a lot of views. And whenever I do that, I have a lot of views, I'll throw something up that is like that's on fire or that everyone always looks for. Not that I can't find them as much as I can, but call it like Batman Adventures 12 or Spider-Man 300. But like, because beat up copies of those used to be like easier to find and cheap. And so I'd win them at auction, throw them at auction and see what it worked. But a book like this, and so it's just a rare amount of people that are looking for it, especially I don't see a date and an ending, but especially if they ended this thing like on Sunday or like in the last week during the holidays. I know it's like, so COVID and people aren't traveling as much. So if you have something that is truly rare, which this book never went on a reseller, on a retail thing from Diamond. No retailer got to pick up extra copies of this book. There are a lot of Sia fans, myself included, that would love to have this book. If this book comes up in a 9.8, I'll be like, all right, let's see if I'll see if I could work with the price. If it came up at an auction, I'd be salivating because I know I'll probably win the thing. Because I would pay $609 for that book right now, 100%.
Yeah, but wait a sec. But why didn't you buy it? Nobody in their right fucking mind checks for that book to be on auction. You know what I mean?
Unless that's on your eBay save stuff or your friend.
Yeah, even if it was, I wouldn't be looking for it. You know what I mean? Like, if I saw it as like a buy it now, I'd be like, oh, cool. It will only make sense for me, at least anyway, to auction this book if there's a lot of talk about it the week after the She-Hulk TV series drops, and there's 2 CBSI articles about how cool it is.
And only because this is number 1 instead of like number 2 or something, so people are looking for She-Hulk ones.
This ended on a Monday, Leg.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? Tell you the truth, it looks like it's not good. It's actually good because this ending on a Monday at $609. We know that's cheaper than you should get it for, and somebody's going to probably profit like $300 to $600 on this thing.
And then the same day, or the day after, one got bought out for $4.99 for a near mint minus or near mint minus or better raw for $4.99.99. So.
Yeah, because right.
That's the point.
Do you know who probably bought it? the guy that won the auction and was like, there will be no more on eBay.
Well, then okay, so there was so if that did happen, there's 1, 2. I think there's 2. There's one at 9.8 for 1184.95 right now. Best offer. One at 1200. We'll call it 9.8. Best offer right now.
I would take less than $1,000 for that book.
Yeah.
And if we need to write down what time this is, so if Matt DeVoe watches this tomorrow, we have to tell him what time to skip, so he knows that he does miss the 9.8.
Oh yeah, this is gonna hurt his soul.
I don't want to hurt his heart, man.
No,
I don't want to hurt his heart.
Here we go.
Although he'll probably want a dollar bin pretty soon, but like other than that,
Do you guys think that this person sold too soon?
Yeah,
they sold it wrong.
Yeah, so they sold it right.
So both, right? I mean, both though.
You throw that thing up. If there's no other ones on eBay, throw it up for a little more or whatever you want than the last one costs. And I know a lot of comic collectors look for this book in particular, so I don't think it was too soon. I just think that it should not be. It's not an auction book. It's a terrible book to auction. I think, like you got it. Things have to be on fire, or you have to run a lot of auctions. Like any of the Star Wars stuff that you guys covered way better than I could ever even imagine earlier. That stuff. This is a good time to auction some of that stuff, and it's not too close to Christmas yet. We're getting there. Like you don't want to, the mid-December, you don't want to auction. Right now,
so,
a good time to auction the Star Wars stuff.
Explain that a little bit for Christmas. Like people think, I put up at Christmas because somebody is looking for something. Or
you would think that, and oh man, I used to post on our groups at Christmas. Not to be selfish about it, but it's a good time to buy for people. Christmas is a good buying time because people will. I've personally done it. I've had books where I'll be like, hey, you know what? Something I want to do with family for Christmas. Somebody offered me 80% of value on something that I probably created, made some money on in the first place. Yeah, I'm good. I'll take that, man. Maybe I want to make their Christmas good. They want to make my Christmas good. So anything close to the holidays are a very tough time. You don't end things when there's, you don't end an auction on Thanksgiving weekend. You don't end an auction at Christmas Day. Now is almost the last good time to start auctions for like the next couple of weeks.
Because you don't end auctions. Yeah, you don't end auctions on Sunday either, like Game of Thrones. Like it's just a big event.
I always end on Sunday. I don't care.
Yeah, me too.
I end all auctions on Sunday. I either do a 10-day starting Thursday or I go Sunday to Sunday. And to be honest, I can't tell you which one of those two things are better. I feel like 10 days sometimes they forget. 7 days sometimes they don't. I like starting auctions on Sundays. I always end on Thursday. A lot of people said Thursdays. I'm going to be honest. I've tried Thursday night auctions. Not saying they're not terrible. I'm not saying they're not terrible, but I think ending Sunday night is the best time to end auctions. A good friend of mine that was listening, I'm not sure. He's a retailer and he runs some of the craziest variant auctions. You guys know who he is.
Yep.
And he's been running them for years. He only ends on Sundays. And so I think
I
Sundays
only end on Sundays.
I only end on Sundays. I've done Thursdays because I was a couple times trying to raise money for things, and I was like, I'll try some Thursday auctions, and I usually run at least 30 books, 20, 30 books or something like that, if I can get them together, and always try to throw in something. Like I said, even if it's Spider-Man 257, it's like a Beat 2.0. I'll auction that book because I got it cheap. Stuff that people look for. And then you try to bring attention to your auctions, but I say Sunday night's the night to end auctions. That, and when I see a book like this ending on a Monday, oh man, I set my snipe quick.
Salivating, right? And look, and when I say it's too early to sell this book, it's never too early for me to sell a book if I can get top retail for it, because I'll use that money to buy other stuff and make more money on that. But it's way too early to auction this book on any day. People just that are in the know, they're not going to be there like a crazy person. Today's the day to auction Sabine Wren, Ezra Bridger, Kanan, Ahsoka Tano, Mandalorian. You know what I mean? It's like at the top of the food chain. That's the stuff I want to end on Sunday with.
And also, something you guys didn't touch on, but like a lot, like comic retailers and such, know this, especially online dealers. The Star Wars it's the crossover. like Star Wars is the people that go like, I need that book, but they're not comic people. Like, you know what I mean? Like we just saw that. I don't know who bought it, but maybe it even said in the article, but that the Chadwick Boseman SS book with Stan Lee just sold for $10,000.
Yeah,
like that's I think, and you know, that's like a collector, something that means something to that guy. Star Wars means something to people beyond comics, and to be honest, I think Star Wars is way more important on screen than it is in comics, you know. And I guess Marvel became that way in the last 10 years, only, you know, to a degree. But you do well in Marvel, like this crossover fanhood, like that book selling, or that 9.8 Clone Wars selling for $2 to $4 grand or whatever it is. That's insanity. Like, I mean, don't be wrong. Buy what you want. I'm not a $10 comic cop. You all know that. Buy whatever you want to buy. Whatever makes me happy. A healthy comic community is good for me. It's good for us. It's good for everybody. I want comics to be healthy, and I want comics to be good for everyone. You know what I mean? But I mean, personally, I'd rather have a Star Wars #1 9.8. Like, I mean, how's that not more important than the Clone Wars? You know what I mean? It just
is there.
Yeah, and JJ Maxwell, all the good auctions end on Sunday for the books that really matter.
Is there? I want to ask Jen and maybe McClay. They might know. If anyone else does, of course, chime in. Is there any field for the hardcover or even the softcover novels for Star Wars as this story continues beyond the world of Skywalker? Does anyone know, or is that an untouched market for us right now?
Yeah, because I found a couple of like the 80s or early 90s Thrawns just because I wanted to read it, not ruin my copy. And I have like one reader, and then I have like decent condition one.
Hey, what I tell you, you don't need to read anymore. I'll give you all the links to read.
I like the actual, like,
I know.
I don't like the digital. Like, I'll do digital if like I have to, and I need to like have something read.
Yeah.
Thor, God of Thunder, because I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to ruin my copies. I'll read it digital. But like enjoyment wise, I'm like, I don't really enjoy it as much as I do.
Okay.
With the actual. But
I mean, I remember with Z, like we've touched on that as far as you know, like Fight Club, where books and novels are just a different beast as far as it's signed and being not signed. But when you throw Star Wars into it, I feel like you're just throwing a different color into the potion. I don't know what that means for Star Wars as far as tracing those books back.
Well, I mean, Timothy Zahn before this year was doing a lot of conventions, and like there's a couple times where I thought about getting it signed, and like I wavered on it because I wasn't sure, and then I bought the graphic novel, and then I ran out of time, and I was like, man, he just seems so accessible. But yeah, I think there's room for that. I wouldn't go crazy on like pricing, and I would like use bookstores, comic book stores that just have a big backstock. Like,
cool. Next on the list, we got a couple more, and then we're done. We got like 6 more or something. Static #1 Platinum variant, first appearance CGC 98, 513.53. Prior bin sales 800 and 850.
Wow, that's high.
And we know the person who did it. So
okay, so when did this end?
Okay.
Monday ending, like before?
Yeah, I'm. It's a shame I missed that book. I like that. It shows how quick people's memory is. My God.
I'll tell you. Give me 1 second.
Here's the thing: you never know. You know how many times I'm the bridesmaid at an auction when like when I bid so much more than I think I'm gonna bid, and then I'm the second bidder. You know what I mean?
That's hilarious.
You know, whatever number it is. You're like, holy shit! Like, damn, somebody wanted that more than me. All right, man, good for you. And I was putting my MV creations together at the first time for Masters of the Universe. Honestly, the bids that I put were like embarrassingly high because I was just like, I'm getting these books. Like I'm getting these. I'm gonna win these books, and I didn't have to pay as much for them. But like the first,
it was on a Thursday. It's a Thursday night.
Yeah, see, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. It looks like it looks like a legit seller though. The way that with this stupid wherever he put his, so they can go find the book with this dumb GG 790 crap on the back. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like how many slots do you have? Dude? So
There's nothing better than setting a snipe and winning a book far below what you thought you were going to pay for it. But I love your bridesmaid analogy. I think that's hilarious.
I won like 18 Derek R rookie cards for like $15 last night. I felt so good about it. Yeah, and then Sunday the game against the Falcons happened, and then I realized I wasted all my money.
Well,
That's dude.
Is that bananas?
That's why would someone do that, dude? There's
Breakfast Club.
That is crap, dude.
I don't have any notes. Are these yours, Nico? Are these yours?
Yeah, I mean, so I have no concept of what this book actually sells for. I thought that was an astronomical price, and now and it's apparently not. Okay. Holy Christ.
I think there were $800 sales on this.
I did not know. John Hughes breakfast, or what is that? Yeah.
November
Breakfast Club homage.
Yeah, November 25th it went for 800.
Okay.
An SS 98 signed by Scotty Young went for 708.98 on November 13th. So
That's a Scotty cover?
No, that's an Opeña.
It's Opeña, but I don't know if
Scotty wrote it. He wrote it.
And does the interior art, right?
Yeah. Scotty Young story, 650. Yeah. 880. Yeah, this one.
800 bin 691 plus shipping, finished price. That's actually not bad.
I got no concept it was that expensive.
Oh wow, how the mighty have fallen.
Well, it's ticking up. It's trending up. It was lower than that. Used to be, and it went down to like I don't know, like $400, and it's like ticking up a little bit because of the King in Black. Oh, how the mighty have fallen is right.
Let's go to this one. This is Thor God of Thunder 2, 9.8 Acuna, 150, 830 for a 9.8.
What a beautiful.
And that's actually down a little bit. I think that was like $1,000 a couple months ago. Shockingly high. I mean, I get that people love gore, but good God.
The cover is cool.
I want one of these so bad. So fucking bad.
I love that cover.
Back from CGC 9.8, and there's a big old piece of debris, like a quarter inch wide and 2 inches long, just in the middle of the fucking book.
Nice.
So I have to call them, and I have another fucked up. You want to see them? Anyway, I got fucked up CGC book.
I got a fucked up book too. Mine has the same issue. There's like something like float, like a piece of plastic float, like a clear plastic bag floating around on one of my slides.
It wasn't on top of the book, and it was in the corner, and you could list it and take $50 off the listing or something.
Yeah, mine wasn't on the book. It's in the inner well. It's like floating.
Oh
around.
yeah, mine's both. I don't know. What it is.
I have a different book. It's fucked up because it's a 9.6, but that's a different story.
How about this big boy? Holy fucking Christ.
Dude, I thought these would come down eventually. I've been looking for one. I saw it was like 500 for a while. Now it's like
I've been back in comics a little more than 2 years, and as soon as I found out about this book, I wanted to buy it, and have never been willing to spend the $400 or $500 for a 9.8. And as it keeps going up, I'm less and less willing to consider buying a 9.8. But it's that sweet spot where, like, I have friends, you guys know them, who get along about nothing except for the virtue of Gwenpool. So, fucking who knows?
Do you think she's really going to happen? I mean, between this and the Punisher,
she's just a beloved. Yeah, she's just a beloved character. People like the story. She was well written. It's kind of like the hipster character that everybody loves.
No, nobody ordered this 1 in 25 because it was Howard the Duck and didn't say Gwenpool.
Right. So what's more valued, this book or the one with her and then the Punisher and the elevator, the Christmas?
What about the one with her in the pool? That was her first appearance.
I don't even know what the elevator thing is you're talking about.
Isn't there also like a black and white version of this one? Like a
second print, it doesn't sell for much. The one in the pool. What's up?
Then let's start buying it.
Yeah, no, I hear that. I hear that.
Looking for something now, people haven't caught on. We just ruined everything. All right, everybody watching this replay, everybody on this chat is buying this book out of the internet. Just so you know, on second print. All right, go ahead. Go ahead with. I'll be buying things.
And the one in the swimming pool doesn't sell for much either.
Yep.
That's her first appearance, right?
First appearance.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, people could argue about what the true first is. I don't fucking care, but this is the book to have. and it's trending way the fuck up. Like, I think the last sale before this was like $500.
Yeah.
So it's like a 50% price jump.
Yeah. And then we got The Boys. So this is The Boys, Dear
and
Becky.
This has become the Boys book, right? Like, it's not The Boys #1.
Yep.
It's Dear Becky #1 Scorpion Comics variant.
Yes. Awesome. Kind of happy because I bought that because I think he's the greatest character in the history of anything that's been sold by comic. And I can love everything about this human piece of garbage, or not a non-human piece of garbage. So like I was like, I need this, and I don't know how I missed it when it came out. So this guy's like, if this helps you out, this is the best I can do. So I bought that 9.8 for $280, and now it's like it's all right, dude. This is when you get your fanhood gets tested, because you're like shipping, tax, whatever. Say I paid $300, and it's just all, hey, you know what? Yeah, you know what? I really like Homelander, but it's like, my wife doesn't always like it that I have it in the living room all the time. You know what I mean? And maybe I can put it somewhere else. But the Stars and Stripes one was $1,000 already. What's that thing? That thing's got to be fucking $2,000 then, because there's only 56 copies of the and they're all 9.8s of the Stars and Stripes variant version of this.
Didn't they just release another version of this too?
Yeah, they did of course they did, because they're assholes. This is why we can't trust these people. You know, I have 2 Scorpion comic books just sitting like right here next to me because I think they did a good job, and I actually like Clayton Crane. So I did buy the numbered versions of the Spider-Man.
Oh, sorry.
So they're good. So I got a couple sets of these because I think they're good. But anyway, yeah. I don't know. I like Homelander's a jerk.
We got this book, ASM4, CGC 98, Ramos 1 in 10, first appearance of Silk 452.45.
Is that trending down, or am I wrong?
It was higher. I think buy it now. I don't know about auction.
Yeah, I feel like it sold it for like $700 for a minute, but I could be wrong.
I think it did. I think it was when it was
It's hard, dude. It's hard to keep all these freaking the numbers together on books that I don't really give a shit about.
Yeah.
When the news dropped for that director, right? Director or producer?
13. From House 13. I don't remember what her real name is.
Yeah, Olivia.
Olivia Wilde.
When that happened, this was like up because everyone was expecting it was her. Silk.
And then last but not least, Silk #1, Comics Pro, $450 for a 9.8.
Yeah, and I'm kind of shocked. Neither
only one bid.
The Comics Pro variant for Miles Morales #1 nor the Silk #1 Comics Pro variant have really taken off with the rest of the variants in the modern
Pretty sure
crazy market.
What? How
Pretty sure Raz would go for $100.
Yeah, that cover's limited to what, 250 or less, 500.
I think it was like fucking 100.
Yeah, I have a raw. I need to send to you. Like,
yeah, you do. Apparently,
I have a box. It's literally called CGC Someday.
That's my buddy Paul.
Yep.
Hey Paul, what I'll do is I'll buy all your CGC books from you.
Yeah, the Someday books or the graded books?
No, the Someday books.
The Someday books, bro.
The Someday books.
I'll send them, and I'll just do it for you, bro.
That's funny.
We don't all need Dan Piercy CGCSS fucking books in our collection. So.
Yeah, I mean, if the house is on fire, that's what I'm grabbing, man.
Dude, I
He graded that thing, dude. I didn't even notice
It got a blue label. That's the best
I didn't
part.
even notice wrong now.
They were like, I'm not looking inside this thing.
It's the only guy in the world. Yeah. On-site graded Dan Piercy interior SS blue label.
Christ. That is the best. Anyway, sorry. Old
Even pressed it. It's the size of a Reader's Digest.
old stories for old men.
Yeah. Old.
I can't believe you got a 9.8 out of that.
I love it.
I can't believe you told.
It's printed on photo paper, and they cut it in a fucking with in a paper cutter you get in elementary school. So there was nothing wrong with it, dude. But I did try to press. I did actually put a thing in a press.
Probably use staples that are like modern staples that popped in like 2 seconds worth of pressure.
It was like give him a 9.8 so he never talks to us again. That's pretty great.
The best part is that the owner, like the man who made that series, hates graded comics, and here I have the only 9.8 in the series.
It's amazing, dude.
Anyway, sorry.
That's it for market report. So
that's it.
That's
next
all
time,
I have.
next time I'm on the show, I should pull out my.
She bucks to show you guys.
Okay.
Next time I'm on, I'm gonna pull out my CGC Someday box and go through it.
Okay.
That's what I'm promising.
What is that? What is that? What? Hold on, I'm backwards. What the fuck is that?
Oh, yeah.
That's inside the slab.
That's an extra. You got an extra there.
Here's a nice cover I got. That's just completely. Oh, you can't see it on the camera. It's the weirdest thing in the world. It's completely off. Like,
you mean left to right or up and down?
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, it's like crooked.
Yeah, and because of the light shining on the top, I can't show you the top. The top's like crinkled and weird.
I see the top. Yeah, the top is crooked. Yeah.
Yeah. The whole thing's off, dude.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, it's a 1 in 1,000 remastered sketch of fucking Venom.
Let's go back. I love this. Did you think it was a 9.6?
Yeah, it's definitely 9.6. No, this is a Hail Mary, but in a 1 in 1,000, and this is a super thick. So the Venom 150, it was super thick, a thicker book, not super thick. So like there was this corner, and I tried to melt this corner basically. And on a white cover, you can do that because you can't fuck up and get water spots on like a paper white cover. So like a white cover, even though it gets really dirty, even though it gets really dirty. The white, so I actually could hit that like really hard with the steam and the pressure and stuff like that, and I got it back to decent. So to be honest with you, what it looked like before the 9.6, totally cool with that. I don't think it's a 9.8, and sometimes hey, I get happy when things are but when you get an accurate grade, you can't really complain about it. You try to slide things by them, man, you never know. And submitting so many books, I see books on the account that get hammered and books that don't. They just blatantly have different graders.
And let's be honest here.
I've been trained for people personally too. So
you submit a ton of books too, not just on your half. I mean,
yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, people are like, yeah, let's do this.
So I mean, it's not like you. I think anybody who would know CGC the best would probably be you. I mean, even on your old account, even though our new account, you know what I'm saying? It's like
yeah. I done a lot, and so I did have one dude get super hammered. Like, oh man, they're giving him like modern like 8.0s and 8.5s, and I thought that every book he had was probably a 9.8, and it was only like $12, and I felt horrible. I felt like I did something, like I did it bad. And they're modern books. They're like books that came out in the last like 12 months. You know what I mean? Like these aren't like old books where they're kind of like Spider-Man 300s, 301s, and 257 or 357 stuff like that. Like they're not doing they're not as easy on the 9.8s as they used to be. But like, man, in the new stuff, man, I know what I'm doing. I saw this guy get hammered. I'm like, dude, they dropped all your books, man.
So let's go through this. I've heard in the chat, and it's your man Mel. He goes, nobody runs the gauntlet, right? So everybody who submits like pre-screens or, like it submits 15, 20, 25 books, nobody runs the gauntlet anymore, right? Yep. Have you ran the gauntlet yet?
Gone 24 for 25 on and I'm not talking pre-screen. I'm talking just I call it like I see it.
Yep.
And sometimes today a guy that I submitted for and because he's a friend, I help him he makes a spreadsheet. So because
oh boy,
hey, CGC's gonna fix those anyway. And I do know that, Chris, and thank you. But like, yeah, so a friend of ours who was gonna do a pre-screen and didn't do a pre-screen hit 23 9.8s and 2 9.6s today. I did help him with this pre-screen. But like I said, the one dude, and then there's we all know a friend that I submit for a lot that has a lot of books that need submitted, like a lot of like rare stuff, and so I submit a lot of books for him. Like there was one order out of nowhere that just got shit hammered, like out of nowhere. Like I honestly, out of his, because 25 submission's 25 books. Even if you send 52, it's going to be 25, 25, and 2. So to me, a submission 25 books. So this guy, dude, he had one, and I was like, "Hey, dude, that dude had a bad day, man." I was like, "This ain't me, right?" I do the certain technique. I do the certain things on the same books. I know which books I pick out, and I'm allowed to pick out which books that I submit for this guy. And I'm like, nah, man, this you got hammered. This isn't up to me. This is not my fault, right? And don't be wrong. I've submitted a couple hundred books for him in the last 6 months, so it's not like it's by far the end of the world. But like, normally at least 20 to 25 books or 9.8. But I have not hit. I do not believe I've hit a 25 for 25. But I've hit a 24 for 25, 20. I hit a 23 for 25 with 2 9.6s today, without being pre-screened, and so that's it. And I did one. Fuck, I think I didn't run the gauntlet. I did a 16 for 17 for myself, or something like that. 16, 17, 17 for 18.
I mean, we did 23 for 25. I think when we ran ours.
Yeah. So what's the gauntlet? Is the gauntlet 25?
Or do you hit them all?
Got animal.
But all of what? All 25 or all 22 or
100% 9.8s.
Yeah. Of what though? What's the number though? 25?
It's got to be at least like honestly
15 or more.
Got to be at least 15 or more. Yeah, of course, dude. I mean, I hit a 1-for-1 for Dino. That doesn't count.
I got to call Dan. He's got to sign some more books.
So like you think so? I got like probably 40 books now. I got to send you. You think I should just send them in, or should I wait?
What to me person? To me?
Well, no. I mean, just the CGC. You think they're going to be light or heavy, or you think?
They seem really busy right now, judging by the account and other people's accounts. Yeah. They started catching up, and judging by the grades, maybe it's a good time to send them because they're trying to catch up fast and give you good grades.
Because I got them all, dude. Ready to go.
I'm just gonna keep sending books.
I got like an 80. I got a Tech 8080 in here. I got.
I'm gonna start taking. I'm actually probably gonna start taking on more customers. So
okay, I'll ship.
Well, we want to let all the listeners and the viewers know that we got some things in the works. We're working on some things, and hopefully in the future you might see a nice little place where we can all go sell some books together. So we'll see how that works out, but crossing our fingers.
I like selling comics, man.
Where everybody knows your name.
I like keeping them better, to be honest. But then again, you can't have everything you want.
No, it's really hard. And nowadays, and I think if you want to sell books nowadays, you have to sell them in multiple places to really do well. I know a lot of people are selling on IG and Facebook and stuff like that. So,
question: have any of you guys sold on Mercari yet?
Never.
Lucy has though.
The what?
Mama Comics on Comic Women. She sells on Mercari.
Okay, I only had one book listed, and I basically sold that book. I hit them up, I shipped it, and now I realize I don't even know how they pay me.
Oh,
like somebody said they.
Sorry, I'm all wait. What happens, dude? And I didn't use their shipping because it cost too much. They said it was going to be, and I knew because the guy hit me up on the side, and I knew he was in California, so I could. And so we could ship. Wait. I could ship. Wait. They want to charge $11, but I know it's not going to. It's only going to cost me $8 to ship because this guy's only 200 miles away. So I was like, well, I'm not going to use your shipping. So I uploaded my shipping. And some people say that I get paid after they ship it. After I send it or after it gets there, I don't care. It's not a big. I mean, it wasn't a cheap book, $300. But you want to talk about market down as a Thor 5 Rubik variant? I gave the guy for $325. But I still have 4 9/8 left, so I don't know. But yeah.
Someone said you get paid after it arrives, like
that's
tracking
weird.
is confirmed. I'm like,
they're holding the money. They're holding the money. This dude, believe it or not, like my record on Mercari, I think is like 1 because I bought a book once, and this guy has like 160 at least. You know what I mean? So
we got a problem. Guy in the chat says you need a tracking number to get paid on Mercari.
I didn't buy through them. I uploaded the tracking. Of course, I have tracking.
Well, there we go.
Oh, I didn't medium mail this dude. Yeah, I'm not a moron. But like, no, I bought them, but I'm like, why am I going to pay them $11 when I can get it for $8 off PayPal secret shipping?
Yeah, that's weird that they did that.
They have to leave you feedback to get paid, or you have to wait. What?
I don't know. Fucking that weird. Will hit me on the side, dude. He knows his shit. So yeah.
I don't know.
That's weird, man. But I know a lot of people sell on there. A lot of people sell cards on there. A ton of people do. So it's working.
I remember the good old days cards because I could go to Walmart and Target and get them and then like open them and have fun. And now it's just like I think the whole world. This includes me. The whole world caught on to cards. That includes me, by the way. So I'm not pretending like I'm.
Yeah. December 2nd, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, right now, just start looking at your Targets and your Walmarts right now, especially Targets. Prism Football is out on shelves.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't even know. I don't know much about football. So is that an open or a sell sealed?
That's a sell. That's for me. It's open. I'm opening it all. I want to open it.
If I go to Target or Walmart and I get a bunch of fucking things, I'm opening that shit. But like Paul, if it doesn't mean anything to you, just buy it and sell it. And even, dude, if you want a little profit and the things aren't super even high, dude, even guys like I'll even buy some from you if you find some. I just want to, curious, you know. Oh, dude, so I opened one box of top. I haven't found anything. I found the Topps updates. I only opened one pack, and I pulled the Babe Ruth SSP.
Wow! Holy shit, dude! So, that's amazing, bro.
Yeah. And I was like, "This one's backwards. It might be worth something." And I pulled.
Wow!
I pulled the Babe Ruth. I'm the only one open, so I didn't even open the rest. I was like, "What's the point?"
Dude, what is that thing going for? Is that thing?
It was about 150. I saw an auction end at like 80 or 90, but like still.
That's a cool card, bro.
It's a great card. Don't get me wrong. $150. Anyone who wants it, you can have it. Feel free.
It'll pay for a couple boxes of Prism. There you go.
There you go. I left so much football Prism last year looking for basketball.
I don't even want to talk about it. We don't
have to go there.
Garbage Pail Kids should be coming by the end of this month. So for all you Garbage Pail Kids fans, Topps Chrome Series reprinting Series 3 should be hitting hobby shops and eBay at the end of this month, hopefully.
So is that it? There's no Target, there's no Walmart, just hobby shops for that?
Yeah, just hobby shops for those.
For the Chrome.
So yeah, Invite to Raid says he recently picked up the Prism Football, the little 3-pack rack packs that come with, I think, 2 packs and a special pack, and he sold them for $50 a piece.
Oh my lord!
Yeah, I think they're like $9 or something like that.
If you were in on the restockers for these stores like before, like a year ago, like you're rich now.
Yeah.
Like if those people are still selling you things for like $100 bills, you know what I mean? Like you're the first in line. Tell them what time we're gonna get there. You know what I mean?
Well, you know, it still goes back to the same old game where these people there's games to be played, and that's the only problem I don't like. I just don't like playing games.
Same. Someone's in front of me in line. I'm not fighting them. I'm just going home. Because I really get mad. I really fight people, and it's a horrible idea. It's a horrible idea. I'm too old and fat now. So
yeah. But yeah. Anyways,
Target exclusive Mandalorian the Child set are releasing tomorrow.
And is that the Black Series?
Yep. It is.
So there you guys go. That's another set.
You can see if you can find it. They're at least like 70 something online.
Let me look those up. Yeah.
Yeah. Target. So anybody who wants to be the first buy online on Target, I can send this link to all this.
It seems like when they get boxes, it's always like 6 to a box, the Black Series.
Interesting.
That shit's fun.
So this is it right here. Here we go. Not bad. That's pretty cool. $34.99.
It's a pretty good one.
Yeah, that's That's really dope.
Just a little bottle of wine, bottle of soda.
if you don't see it on the rack, because when I was looking for the Cara Dunes, I was like, hey, it's supposed to come out today. And they're like, they haven't done it yet. Like, that was like 3 stores. And then I found out at the 3rd store that if you just ask, they'll go in the back and open it up. And
Really?
bring it out.
Nice. There's the Cara Dune right there.
Yeah, so what it's saying is official street date tomorrow. Don't rely 100%. I mean, the stock checkers, like the online stock checkers, but it looks fairly accurate. It looks like the stores are getting about 6 each.
There you go. Good call.
Yep, and they're gonna sell for a good amount. So yeah, and there is an online link. So yeah, that looks like what's going on.
Yeah, and Sean, yes, blunts only. Blunts only.
Yeah. Oh.
It's not something that I'm proud of, but it's about the only way I can administer it anymore.
Possibly fucking not be proud of smoking blunts only. That's
I've become a blunt snob. You know what I mean? Like somebody
There
hands me
you
like
go,
something in paper, I'm like, no, I'll just roll my own. You know,
Do some edibles. What the fuck?
You know what pisses people off now? It used to piss people off when I'd be like, they go to hand me a joint. I'm like, no, I'm okay. Now I just say, oh, COVID. No, COVID. I'll roll my own. So
COVID, the ultimate.
The entire COVID bullshit thing is because Brian's gonna just be fast. So he can smoke his own blunt.
I'm gonna Bogart my own blunt.
The first date was,
bro.
The first date was really bad. Be like, I don't know, I'm feeling sick. I might have COVID.
Yeah, right. That's a great excuse now.
Damn.
I had my my large.
You mean
trash.
she didn't have COVID?
Yeah, I had my.
She'll
large,
never know.
I had my large trash pickup, and some of it was like over the allotted area. They say they're gonna pick it up, and like sometimes they say they won't pick it up, and somebody's like, oh, they won't pick it up. I'm like bullshit. I'll tell them if they come up here and tell me I got to move it out. I'll tell them I have COVID.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Yeah, that's the same.
Back up or I'll cough on you.
I don't even know. I might have had it a couple weeks ago. I didn't feel good for 2 or 3 hours. I really had 2 or 3 shitty hours, but I felt sick, and I was just is this it? I have no idea.
I wouldn't be surprised if some of us had it.
For real though, wait, you got to get like some coffee grounds, smell it, and then have someone else smell it. If you can't smell something that you should normally smell, I mean, whatever other symptoms, I don't know. That was my thing.
I will say that the one weird thing about it are those like non-taste, non-smell symptoms, but supposedly those aren't for everyone. But like no one's ever got the flu and kind of lost taste of
right
taste.
And it had a neurological deficit.
I think that is a telltale. You know what I mean? Like, oh shit, like I can't taste and smell. Like
that was me. That was me. I felt fine. I had what I hoped, fingers crossed, was like a 2018 version of the flu. Like I had sinus headache and a little bit of sniffles. That was it. And I was like, all right, I'm not going to freak out until I noticed my smell and taste were gone. I'm like, all right, I gotta,
Was that right now or
right now? I don't. Yeah, right now I have no taste or smell.
Well, how fast was it? How fast was it for both Nico and Paul until your taste and smell went?
I hope my father, who I lied to about and never told that I got COVID, isn't somehow going to watch this episode because I get in a lot of fucking trouble on that one.
I'm being honest.
So it was weird, dude. But it came back like today. Today I walked into work and I smelled coffee, ironically, and I was like, yeah. But like my taste buds came back slowly over time, which was kind of weird.
How fast did it take for him to go away?
Dude, I got sick in a hurry. It was like I fell asleep for like randomly for like 6 hours after I knew I was positive and woke up sick as a dog.
I wasn't positive.
I texted a buddy on like the 18th and I said, hey, I'm feeling sick, but I'm hoping it's like a 2018 version because I didn't have no fever.
We talked. Remember? I was like, "Go get fucking tested." You're like,
I didn't.
Nah, it's straight.
Shut up! I didn't have a fever, anything. And then, like on the 24th, is when I noticed my smell and taste were gone. The 25th, I really 100%. It was gone. So I went and got tested. So I don't know, 5-6 days, but I'm blessed. I got a weak strain, I guess is one way to put it. But
man, just this shit hits people hard. It's other people not hard. We know who
Yeah.
it hits harder.
That's the weirdest part of it all, right?
It's 6 months later. They know how to treat it better. It's just a fact.
Thank
Yeah.
God.
Treat it better. They don't put people on the respirators and all that, or you know what I mean, They don't
Right.
put on the same shit.
I'm
Breathing
taking
machines,
full.
yeah.
I'm taking full advantage of my lack of taste and smell.
I got sick for 2 seconds, man. Echinacea, vitamin C, zinc, and vitamin D, and I just load up on those because I try to fight off my sicknesses. I don't just second I'm gonna sneeze, I don't take Dayquil. But if I'm gonna have to go to, pre-COVID, I'm gonna have to go to work or something sick or something, I'll take a Dayquil. I'll feel better, right? But I take the last thing I do. I try to fight off anything that I have. I try to fight it off personally, Yeah, exactly, Joe.
Dude,
I love how
not, Joe, not lying.
Joe.
Everyone's like, it's the brain tickler. It feels like they're just like waters up your nose. That's
I'm
what
not
it feels like.
I'm not getting a fucking test.
Tickle my ass.
I feel sick. I feel sick. I'm not going to see my mom.
I don't know what this means. Ultra's saying it. I am O positive. I think my blood type's.
I'm an A+, like the
This
dead
is some
rabbit.
fucking crazy shit that's gonna get us banned from the internet. All right, pickups.
Yes. I don't know.
Ultra.
I ran away and grabbed Star Wars books. I don't have pickups. I don't know. Someone go first.
I don't have any pickups this week, man. I am over on this week.
I'll grab something. Hold on.
I just got back from actually traveling, and we bought the books like so long ago. I have boxes open. I don't even know if they're comics. This might be. I think I might be opening. Hold on.
Well, while you open that real quick,
It's your wife's Christmas
yeah,
present.
I want to. Yeah, it's your wife's. I'm going to remind everybody to make sure to check out Comic Barricade. Use the code word Flipside to get 10% off order. They've got Comic Barricades for larger magazine boxes and also slab boxes. So make sure you guys use code word Flipside for 10% off your order. And of course, make sure you guys go check out birdcitycomics.com. Use the code word Flipside again for 15% off your order. Go score yourself some pretty sweet exclusives. They got some new exclusive numbered to 500 last week, and they did a real sweet Black Friday sale. They might have some sale going on now. So make sure you guys go check them out. And then I also want to tell everybody to make sure to keep your eyes open for Saturday nights, and go ahead and take a screenshot of this.
Nice.
I'm in. I already do that.
So if you guys go ahead and snap your screenshot, you'll have a little fun on Saturday nights.
I'm opening Orgo Porgo.
All right, you ready?
Well, yeah, I'm ready for this one. This is actually a Paul spec, and I didn't know it already got here. This is actually, I got this from Paul, and I don't know where he got it. It's a Usagi Jimio hardcover, and I haven't seen this yet. This is supposedly signed by Stan Sakai on the interior.
Numbered 50 or something like that?
45, number to 750.
6.
Cool. So Usagi Jimbo.
That's dope.
Hardcover, and so this was I think about $75 shipped, and I'm gonna hold on to this for a while because it's not gonna have flipped out yet. I don't even think these are sold out. So because basically everybody that listens to this fucking show is comic flippers. I think like Paul should post like wherever we found this thing, and
Yeah, yours arrived already? Shoot.
dude, it arrived while I was gone. I have no idea. Just
Limited to 750, right?
yeah, no, yeah, and just like I showed, it's limited 750, Paul, and he signed it and numbered it himself to the 750. So there's the 245 of 7.
Yeah, I don't think you can lose behind that. Seriously.
No, you can't. 75. And you know what? It's a cool thing either. Stan Sakai is a cool guy. If you've been to cons, man, That guy, he stops, takes care of the fans and stuff like that. He didn't charge anything.
The guy in Charlotte, he remember the guy who we our boy, he got that sketch of Usagi Jimbo #1 on a little like sketch piece of paper. It was dope.
Dude,
for like
I had a
$10.
friend. Yeah, I had a friend get a cardboard sketch, a comic backboard sketch. Good dude, man.
Yeah, I think that Usagi stuff is really dope. I still love that those reprinted foil editions of Albedo 2 that he signed and remarked, and the chibi variant of Albedo.
Google the library editions.
It's from someone called Matt DeVoe.
Hey.
Oh boy. Hey.
But I know it's in here, and it's because he was able to get some things for me, and me and Matt are good friends.
I owe Matt a book. I'm glad you reminded me.
Matt actually, not that I need to tell everybody here, was a Flipside
OG
founding member.
Basically. Yeah, along
But
with the ghost of John Brown.
John Brown.
Oh. Where's the ghost of Scott Reagan these days? All right.
Shit, Scotty.
Scotty too hottie, baby.
I haven't bought cards for him to do a break yet.
Yeah,
I'm opening a box.
Oh, Maddie, be good.
I'm opening a box from Ben S. By the way,
Sick.
I forgot what I bought.
Dope.
Sorry, Sean.
And
the 8-bit variant's hard, man.
And then the Phantom Star Killers that he got.
Ooh.
Nice.
Dude, I love that character. I think it's
love
such
it,
an awesome character.
Yeah, and anything I get from my friends, it's all PC books, man. You know what I mean? Unless it's trade. But like, this is awesome. Thanks, Matt.
Yeah, and for the record, cover price is a hell of a tool. Like, if you really want to see what books are selling and what quantities, it's something I gladly pay for a subscription for and look at every day, no matter what.
They have movers, shakers, tell you the top weekly, tell you the top everything. coverprice.com, coverprice.com. It's an absolutely wonderful tool and absolutely run by wonderful people who actually love comic books. So that's very important. So, at least in my opinion, those of us that like comics, dude, these covers are fucking amazing. Super 7 had the action figures.
Yeah.
And I didn't buy any.
Back in the day, they started Phantom Star Killer, right?
I do not know the order of operations of that.
I think the action figures is what started it, because I remember seeing the action figures back in the early 2000s at San Diego and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's been pretty cool. So this is, oh God, the VHS is killer.
Not a plug. We're being honest.
Yeah, we're being honest.
Yeah.
There can be honest plugs.
All my plugs are honest. I'm hooked up by no one. I'm a fucking.
Not all of my plugs are honest. No,
I work for nobody, dude.
That's because you're cheap.
Hey, look. The vote said that Cobra Kai is in brutal condition wise. Oh boy.
That's okay. That's a PC book, man.
Yeah.
Is the covers on a PC book? I don't even need a back cover. I'm not gonna take it out. I'm gonna read it. Well, okay, I'm not saying I don't read anything. The cover of this thing is fucking incredible. But this is a slab I think I bought, and I also when I relist this for more money, nobody judge me. But I think it's a Batman 4. Is Batman 427 the McFarlane?
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah, but I think so. This is third print 9.8 I bought because with the way the printings and newsstands are going on everything, and the fact that it's basically a $1,000 book these days, I was like, whoever's not buying these,
it's 423.
Later printings, 423. Okay, yeah. But it, any of these McFarlanes are insane monetarily. You guys buy any shit or nothing got delivered during Thanksgiving or?
Nah. I've been buying books nonstop.
I've been on a break.
It's kind of depressing at this point. I got a couple slabs back though that I'm not going to sell, so I can actually show. Christ, the last time I tried to show slabs on here, then I was trying to sell them on my roommate's eBay, and somebody was like, "Oh, is this Nico?" And I was like, "Oh, fuck me, can't do that anymore." That was a mistake. Yeah,
it is what it is, man. Books are worth what they're worth.
Yeah. Yeah. Sub that one, I was happy with it. I didn't pay much for it raw. And then I was real happy with this one. There's like 11 on the census. I think you guys saw it when I picked it up. I ended up with a 4.0. What's it say here? It's like, wait, oops. I don't think I can do it. Son of a bean.
What?
Well, what it says, it's hilarious. It goes, leave her alone, bud. She's my pickup.
That is pretty funny.
This sounds like Bruce Wayne in the 1950s.
Unattributed Matt Baker for the win.
Oh, it's Batmaker? Oh, nice.
I'm gonna go call my wife my pickup and see how that goes.
So yeah, so it's a third. It's a third print, but I'm sorry. I think I paid only like $300, but it's a third print. And
yeah, I love that cover, dude.
It's just one of the best.
But isn't that
That's
one of
a
the
good buy at $300? That's a no-brainer.
Dude, when the first print, I have a SS 9.4 McFarlane in gold, first print, and I bought that. This is a dude named Justin Sanders. If you guys remember that guy?
Yeah, I remember Justin. Good guy.
I bought that. Yeah. Totally cool guy. I bought it for him like 3 or 4 years ago. I think he left us to do Funkos or something.
I had Justin up, I think, a couple months ago.
Sean, I think that's the error where the moon is still red in his cape at the left, on the left side.
The moon is still red in his cape.
It should be yellow in that little blob there, right by your middle finger.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, right. No,
up,
higher.
Up.
Got it.
Yeah, right. That little blob right there should be yellow, but it's not. So I think you got a error there.
So is do they all look like this or no?
No.
So this might have been a way better purchase than I thought.
Could be, but that's Paul speaking. So you might want to do your research.
Okay, you're right. There's not, but you can see where they were supposed to.
Right. That's what I mean.
See the line?
Yep.
Yeah.
Apparently you knew, and I had no idea.
Well, every now and then.
Paul's problem becoming Sean's problem.
There's a double cover on eBay right now that
double cover's the best.
$2,500.
Yeah, it's just laying prey on that thing. What's Scotty have? Doesn't he have a double 9.8 Spider-Man 361?
I thought it was 300.
No, 361.
Was it 361?
I know he has. I don't remember the grades on it. For a fact
it's a 9.8. I know that.
Yeah. Well, they used to judge the inside and the outside covers.
Mm-hmm.
I have a Masters of the Universe #1, double cover inside and outside 9.8. And yeah, it doesn't exist. And I bought it for $250, and that was like 5 years ago. So that's going to be worth more someday. Unfortunately, like Masters of the Universe, way too much to sell it.
All right, who's next? Pickups wise.
It's nothing crazy. I just thought it was like fun stuff that I came across. So again, at that half off sale, it was half off cover or half off sticker price for this one. I just like these.
Oh
right?
Yeah.
And so it was $1. That was nice.
It's a win.
And then this was, I've never seen it before this day in person.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was like $150. And then
Michael Turner.
same thing. I kept seeing people post it, and I'm like, I'm not finding them. And then finally,
Turner,
it was like $2. And then
Nice.
I know I've heard this on this show a couple times, but a Pizza Dog.
I love Pizza Dog. I'm Team Pizza Dog.
Yeah, there's like 3, so I'm like, I'm not gonna pass it up for 3. And then I think I saw this on Drunken Chat, maybe.
That looks like a Drunken Chat book. That looks like a right there. Negative cover and everything. Yeah,
it's A-Force #2 variant cover, and I got it. It was listed for 8, so I got it for 4.
Not bad.
Smart.
Yeah, I need to
Jen kills it, dude.
find those places.
Yeah, no kidding.
I got a John Z shout out. Finally arrived are my Tortugas books from Mexico.
Very cool.
And upgrading from no board is no bag at all. I just haven't had so I put those on Instagram, I think. Let's see, what's my favorite cover out of these? I think this is my favorite. I think it's awesome.
That is cool.
Some Mexican turtles here, and then I'll go through the Ben Stein box because I have no idea what I got. I don't remember. So I got the Greg Horn ASM 49, or I'm sorry, 850.
Oh, okay, he signed it.
Yeah. I don't know. Is it signed? I don't think so.
Yeah, top upper left.
Dude, you didn't notice his giant fucking initials?
I just opened it like 10 seconds ago.
All right.
Anyway, shout out to Greg.
That's a pretty big autograph to miss, buddy. I'm just saying.
I've been doing.
At least you didn't cover half the book black.
I've been doing retrospective horror reviews with Bored and Annoyed on YouTube. So I got these books for him. I got Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, my wife would love that.
I got Halloween #1.
Mm-hmm.
Now's probably the time to be buying horror comics, right?
I got a whole
Christmas
short
time
box.
and it's snowing, like the after Halloween, after Thanksgiving sale.
What else did I get? Sorry for the prices. I just opened it. Canto #2. Here the post-its are on the outside. There we go. Easy to remove. America.
Nice. Second print.
This is from my buddy
Paul's
too.
killing it, big guy.
It's from my buddy too. It says you're a big Superman fan. Got Invincible Iron Man.
Is that a first or a second print?
First, I believe.
Yeah.
I got a Primal Rage.
Nice.
Love that.
Very cool.
I love
Very
that
cool.
arcade. 1 in 25 Darth Vader.
Nice.
An Ant-Man 1 in 25.
That's awesome.
Man, this this is like a surprise to you as much as it is to me. I love this cover. Hex Wives. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
2 more, I think. 2 or 3 more. Electra.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, well. And then another
Not me.
Outlawed. I got to double check for a signature. I don't see one, at least not on the front.
Nice.
But so those are my books from Stein, a good man, a good podcast co-host. That's all I got.
Yeah.
Very good.
I like the America Buddy. I think that one's got real potential.
Yeah.
No, every now and then I win the lottery.
Like real potential. I don't even think there are any on eBay. Yeah. Like I don't think you can buy that book if you want it.
I want to be Paul's Greg Horn autograph. Made me think of this, so I want to show 2 more pickups that I got thanks to a friend. Wanted Comics with an X on eBay, or you can go to wantedcomicswithanx.com. The guy, it happens to be a friend of mine, and so he had a store variant for Thor. So he got both of them hit up with the horns. It's a big leg with the Greg Horn. So
that's sweet.
So yeah, so he left 1 G out, but it's all good. Totally complete. Yeah, so it's all good. So I did
Very
get
cool.
a couple cool horn autographs, and that's kind of Paul. So I know you just opened it. Sorry for trying to bust you out.
No, it's all good, man.
Yeah, fuck your books, Paul.
Just because I happen to have personalized Greg Horn autographs from like 3 weeks ago. So yeah, so.
I mean, that's like Nico hooked me up with Robert Hack, man, when he sent me that Hack personal auto.
Yeah. We tracked his ass down.
Yeah. He never leaves his like little stupid Pennsylvania, but it's okay. He literally goes to one con, like, and it's like 2 miles away from his house, and that's it.
Good for him. That's smart.
That's not an exaggeration. He's
truth.
Yeah, this one I think is my favorite. Just because I didn't know what I was picking up. I think it's my favorite.
The Hex Wives with the Faker variant.
Yeah,
It almost looks like Jenny Frisson art a little bit.
It's just my wife in a nutshell. Love it.
50s. Is your wife a fan of like 50s couture?
Smoking, drinking, 50s. Yeah, that's a good one.
Good stuff.
I would trade this whole stack for that book in a 9.8. Seriously.
Okay.
I got one for you there, Paul.
There you go.
You can find one real quick.
Is it a wrap, gentlemen?
It is
Lady?
a wrap. I want to remind everybody to make sure you guys like and subscribe. Leave a comment below. Let us know what you think of the show.
Yeah,
Let us
help the algorithm, for the love of Christ. I need a little help.
As you guys all drop off, please leave a like, a thumbs up, subscribe. Make sure you guys comment. Make sure you guys check out the shows on the other channel. And other than that, just make sure you guys let us know what you think of the show. And of course, keep in tune for the other shows on the network. And we'll see you guys next time. Adios.
Peace in the Middle East.